everyone else gets no dog, I get the dog in the episode.
Yeah, right? Well, as long as you don't mind.
I don't mind
sure?
at all.
Okay, cool.
I'm a dog dude.
Okay, sweet. Okay, cool. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to episode 3 of Adam's Research Lab. And today I have Jayden with me.
Yeah, I'm Jayden from HamFams TCG or HamFams Collectibles. We're Sacramento-based vendors, and we're dipping our toes and trying to throw our own show.
Yeah, and in today's episode, we'll be talking about vending, Pokemon collecting, and what it's like to host your first show. So we're going to go into our first topic. Jayden, what age did you get into Pokemon?
Oh, man. I was just thinking about this. We were just talking about this before we started recording. I'm thinking I was the good old age of 6 years old when I first got into Pokemon, because I remember playing a lot of Diamond and Pearl, and that's about like when I got heavy into Pokemon.
Was that your first game? Was it Diamond and Pearl?
My first game was Emerald.
Oh, Emerald, nice.
Someone gave that to me because I had a Game Boy at the time.
Oh, wow. That's a good gift.
Yes, it was a friend of ours. He gave it to me. He wasn't playing anymore. He's like, you seem like you would like this game. You should try it.
Oh, wow.
Started playing it. I was like, man, this is cool. This is a fun game. Like, you can get through it. Like, you know, there's some challenges and some things you have to work
Battle
through.
Tower.
Yeah.
That's one of the coolest additions to the Pokemon games ever.
Yes.
Like, you're done with the game and then like, but wait, there's more.
Yes. That's what I was literally talking about. I was like, oh, man. Like, I remember, I know you said in a previous episode you didn't do Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but...
Unfortunately, because I didn't have the DS, but I still want to play that. It's just so expensive.
Because it's like at the end of that one, it's like after you beat all the gym leaders, you have to
Kanto.
Yes.
They didn't do that in the original one, right? Or did you? Did they do that in the Game Boy game? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
But I've always, that's why I want to play that one so bad, and I love, obviously, Gen 2, but it's just, I looked on Facebook Marketplace to get one, and first you got to buy the DS. I mean, I have a 3DS now, because I bought it for Sun and Moon, and I'm not a big fan of those ones, but I tried to buy that game, and it's easily over $100 for a copy.
Yeah, I mean, same thing goes for like Diamond and Pearl. They're like $70 now. I'm like, wow, that's like how much they cost you like when they came out almost. Yeah. Like, it's insane.
It's insane.
But kind of going back to that, I remember playing Diamond and Pearl a lot, also with like my cousins and stuff, because they had the Wii game where you could all connect your like DS games to the Wii.
Oh, and broadcast it to the TV?
You battle each other like tournament style.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Oh, I never heard of that.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Wii or the GameCube?
It was the Wii.
Oh, the Wii. Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, nice. I never heard of that.
It was super cool. It was tons of fun. I mean, we all got to just like,
battle with your Pokemon?
Battle it out. Yeah, with our Pokemon.
Cool.
So we'd put our 6, you know, you'd set up your 6 before you jump in, and then you jump in. It was only 4 of us, so it was just like random us up. You know, 2 of us would battle, and then the next round the other 2 would battle, and then the 2 winners would battle, and the 2 losers would battle.
Was that through the Pokemon game, or is that like its own?
So you'd be on the DS, and then it would link to the Wii, and it would be like playing on the TV while you're playing.
A little tournament style type thing?
Yeah.
That's cool. I've actually never heard of that, but I wish that would have been a fun experience.
It was crazy. I just remember playing with all of them, and that's like a good memory of mine from Pokemon is playing the game more than the TCG growing up. So I was like, oh man, yeah, I just remember playing with my cousins like every chance we got. We'd be like sitting next to each other. Oh, we have internet? Yeah, okay, let's connect to the Wi-Fi and like start trading, you guys. Yeah. Like, see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. What do you guys have? Okay, let me see if you could trade you that. I need this guy. Wait, I need this for my 6.
Exactly,
I haven't caught this one yet. I need him.
Yeah, that's cool. So you played the video games. When did you open your first pack? Or like what age were you? And you were 6 when you played Diamond?
Yes.
So did you get to play other than Emerald, did you get to play like the original Pokemon? Or was Diamond the game that came out when you were 6?
That was the game that came out when I was 6.
Gotcha.
That's like when I started really playing a lot. Like I said, I played Emerald a little bit before, but...
And he's 24 too.
Yeah, I'm 24. I feel like a lot of people might think I'm older, you know, people out there in the chat that have met me, like... But yeah, I'm only 24 years old, so...
It's a beard.
That's what everybody tells me. Like,
because it's coming in thick too, nice.
Just a little bit.
This is me, 31. I could barely go. Like, it goes barely this, and then that's it.
Oh, that's nice. I wish. I don't like it.
So after the Pokemon Diamond game and the Emerald game with your cousins and stuff, what age were you when you first discovered the Pokemon cards?
Pokemon cards was probably... a couple years after that, because I got so into Pokemon. Like, I was buying literally the guides, like to play the games, like that had all the secret stuff that you could do to get extra items and things like this. I was like, oh man. And like, do you remember going to like Toys R Us and have to link your DS to get like special Pokemon for Pokemon events?
I never got to do that because I didn't know about that, but that's where I bought my Pokemon at. Was always Toys R Us.
Yeah, so back in the day, Toys R Us used to do a thing where you could connect like your DS to like they had like a device you'd connect it to, and it was for a
Oh, to
Pokemon
get a
day,
free Pokemon,
and you'd
right?
get a Pokemon.
Oh, I've heard of this.
And I remember the one that they did, and I was telling you before we got on camera, I somehow mysteriously, when Diamond came out, came up with Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. So I had all three of them. So I showed up with all three of my cartridges, and there was Arceus Day, and so I got 3 Arceuses that day.
Oh, from each console or from each cartridge.
Each cartridge.
Oh wow!
And I went home, traded those all into one. I was like,
Yeah,
we got the stack, and it was like, dude, you could,
Arceus,
and it was like you could put the stones on them, and that changed the colors and the abilities it would be, right? So it could be like you put a blue stone, it would be water type.
Yeah, and then I think there's Thunder, because I have the cards with the different. That makes sense. See, I didn't know that it did that. But now I understand because the cards there's like 5 different ones, whatever. That's pretty nice. Yeah. Cool. And then after, so this is when you're maybe like 10 years old or 8 maybe? Or?
Yeah, probably like 8.
So would your like parents take you to get Pokemon cards or?
Yeah, so they'd take me to like Target. That's where I remember finding them the most because Target, you know, they had that front section and then they had that hidden section in the electronics area. And that's where I'd always find Pokemon cards, like the good stuff. And that's what I was showing Adam actually, is I brought some of my original cards from like what I pulled. Nice. So I'll show the camera real quick. While
he's getting those out. I also wanted to shout out Sharky. He barks in most of the episodes, so he's going to be chilling in here so we can keep a little mute on the barking.
So you guys can kind of see, this is the Rayquaza, the very first one that I got.
Actually, here, I can zoom in if you want to hold it for just one more second.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. We got the Rayquaza level X, nice. Yep. That's a promo too, I didn't know that.
Yep, and then we got the Lucario.
Brought the Lucario level X, that's sick, yes.
Yep, but these are the 2 I remember from my original childhood. I pulled those out of my binder. And I should have brought my binder because my original binder is actually super dope as well.
Oh, your childhood binder?
Yeah, so...
I keep mine locked up, hidden.
Man, I keep saying friends of mine were really cool growing up for Pokemon. I guess I could say the same about the community now, everyone I meet.
Yeah.
I mean, you're someone I met, you're super cool.
Oh, yeah, real quick, you want to dive into how we met?
Yes, so Adam and I was very fortunate to meet him at the lovely Pokeween event, which...
Cards of Mortor.
Yeah.
Got it.
Pretty cool. We met a lot of cool faces there.
That's
about when I met Joel too, and Sam was there.
Yep.
I don't think I met Sam though when we were there, but I did remember meeting Joel because you kept telling me, you're like, you should meet Joel. You should meet Joel.
He was super, super friendly and just like very helpful.
Yes.
And I could tell he'd vended shows before, and it was only my 3rd one. But yeah, to my left was Jayden and his fiance.
Yes.
And then that was the first time I seen someone vending comics also.
Oh yeah.
Because you guys had the comic stacks and stuff. But we'll get in the comics part later because I do want to a little deep dive more into that. But yeah, was that a good show for you or?
Yeah, actually it worked out pretty all right. Yeah, it was in the back. It was a little rough, I felt like, in the beginning, but the weekend turned out all right because I sold some of my bigger slabs to some friends.
That's all. That could
it always
make or break a show.
To know other vendors too.
Oh, a vendor bought it?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Because you know, sometimes when shows aren't going so great, you can always go around and hustle some things.
Yep. The last Fairfield show I did, the only reason I even the one I saw you at.
Yes.
That was my worst show, but the only reason I somewhat did okay is because a vendor came by and bought one of my big cards and didn't even try to haggle me or nothing, just paid my sticker, and I'm like, wow, okay. And a super nice guy. And luckily I had that sell or that show would have been the absolute flop.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I was walking around with a Mega Blastoise.
Oh, nice.
I can't remember.
The old one?
Yeah, the gold one with, nice. You know, he's big on it. It's pink, kind of pink and blue.
Beautiful card.
Yes, I was walking around with that, and I was like, gonna try and sell it to a few people, and then my one of my buddies came out. It's another vendor, and he's like, "Oh, I want that for my PC." And I was like, "Well, this is market. What would you offer?" And he was like, "I'll give you 90%."
Oh, 90% from another vendor is pretty solid.
I was like, "I'll take it. It's for the PC," he says. So I'm assuming if he's paying 90%, it's for the PC.
Nice.
Good deal for both of us.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. And yeah, that show, it was you guys, me, Joel, Sam, Suit and Tie, and then even in front of us. I was watching the clips.
I met Suit and Tie too.
Oh, really? Yes. Yeah, that was the first time I met him too. Super cool dude. Does a lot of shows too. Great personality.
Yes.
Very outgoing.
Yes, and he knows a lot about the actual TCG part of the game as well.
Did you ever play TCG?
I didn't play a lot of the TCG. I just collected more so.
Same. On my Game Boy Color, I also had the Game Boy. There was a Game Boy, the first Game Boy, it was a black cartridge, and it was the trading card game. And I used to play that when I was younger, but I never got into like playing the actual TCG. It was just kind of collecting the cards I like and the Pokemon that I like.
Yeah, I was gonna say, believe it or not, I never played the Pokemon TCG, but I played a lot of Magic. And
Oh, you played? Oh, really?
Yeah. So now that I'm playing that, I'm like kind of getting back into Magic again. I'm like, I need to play a Pokemon TCG.
There's a huge Magic
following
community.
Yes.
Market, everything for Magic.
It's
Magic,
crazy.
Pokemon, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh. That's what I play.
Dragon Ball's coming back.
Yeah, Dragon Ball. Dude, I see that on posts all the time.
Dude.
Have you ever ripped open Dragon Ball or no?
I've never ripped a pack of Dragon Ball, but I've watched so much Dragon Ball, and I'm like, dude, actually, I think I only like not trying to jump on no bandwagons because there's a lot of people that bounce around. But it would be fun to just rip and collect Dragon Ball. I care nothing about selling it, but it'd be a lot of fun to rip and collect it. The cards are like One Piece. The quality of them is extremely good. I have a buddy that's into One Piece, so I got to sit there and watch him rip a lot of packs. And man, the quality of the cards, the artwork on the cards, crazy.
Yeah, usually most of the time you're gonna get 10s. Every time I rip open a pack of One Piece, I'm like, it just looks perfectly centered, everything.
That's why everybody says send them to Beckett.
Yep, yeah, exactly.
Try to get the black label, baby.
Have you ever got a black label yet?
No.
Have you ever sent to Beckett or no?
No, I've never sent to Beckett. Just to PSA a couple times.
Yeah, I want to send because I do have a couple One Piece cards that I want to send out, and I think I'm gonna send them to Beckett.
Try it out.
Just because I never have, and I feel like the black label chase is kind of fun.
Hey, and who knows, dude, with the new pricing structure of PSA, this could be a hot controversial topic, but new pricing structure PCA or PSA, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people start jumping to a different company. And I know a lot of people like Beckett more than Tag.
I love Beckett just because of how they have the 4 scores. I just think that's like perfect for a card. Yeah, it's like subjective sometimes, like because it's a person doing it, but you at least have an idea of why it got what it is, and they could probably tell you if you really needed to, like this got an 8 on the surface because there's surface scratches or whatever. PSA, you're like, why did this get a 6?
Exactly.
No idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's
you could do the good old, you get a 9.5, crack it, send it to PSA.
Yep.
Try it again. But yeah, that could be a hot topic,
that's actually a good point because that was just announced this last week.
Yes.
With the PSA.
Because what is it now? Like $25
$25 a card.
20?
And I wonder if that affected the GameStop one because I usually go through GameStop and it's $20 a card if you have a pro membership, which is $5 off. Oh yeah, because it's a bulk. So I wonder if it stayed the same at 20 or if it went up another $5. I'm gonna know soon because I'm gonna go submit. But yeah, that's definitely. Also, Jayden 3D printed this for the podcast, which is awesome. Goes perfect with the theme. If you don't know what it is, it's obviously a Cubone helmet, which is pretty cool. Feel like goes perfect with the fossil theme. Nice. Kind of replaces that too because this isn't Pokemon. This is just a gift I got from my mom. I never really talked about it, but it's a gift I got from my mom for Christmas because I just love dinosaurs. So.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was looking. It's funny because I was looking for a Pokemon, the Helix, or the Dome fossil for Kabuto, and I wanted to get not a 3D printed one. I wanted to get like a real like an expensive statue type thing.
Yes.
But I just couldn't find one. But this is perfect. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. If you find a Dome or Helix fossil, I would gladly take that too and probably maybe move this to somewhere else. But we're gonna go to the next topic. If you could pick your top 5 favorite Pokemon and maybe give a little reason why, if you just had to make not a starting 6, but just 5 of your favorites, what would it be? Collecting or playing the games or whatever throughout your whole life.
Throughout my whole life. Well, favorite Pokemon has to be Rayquaza. I love Rayquaza. I mean, nice. Shiny, non-shiny,
both.
Looks amazing.
Yeah.
And like I said, Emerald was a game I played early on. I remember catching him early on in my life, so kind of cool guy.
Yeah, it probably stuck with you.
Yeah. And then, like I said, first kind of card I got that I cherished was the Rayquaza Level X. It was like, it's kind of just stayed with me. But yeah, and then the next guy would be Pikachu as a collecting the cards. Pikachu's a lot of fun because there's so many of them.
And even when you think you're done, guess what?
You're not.
Japanese or Chinese
Exactly.
or exclusives
And there's all these different promos and all these cool ones where he's like, you know, riding a different Pokemon, or
Yep.
he's in the background with a bunch of Pokemon,
Yep.
or he's wearing, you know, the infamous ponchos, or he's wearing a suit. Like, there's a lot
I feel
of
like that's like
Pikachu
an
cards.
endless, and like you, always will be like a new one coming out too. So kind of always you'd be able to collect more Pikachu's. That's a good
Exactly.
one.
It's kind of like people that collect Charizards. Like, there will
Yeah.
always be a Charizard card. There will always be a Pikachu card.
Oh,
I think,
yeah.
like, for sure.
Oh,
Like,
definitely. Pikachu's the forefront of Pokemon.
Yeah.
So
Pikachu.
Pikachu, Rayquaza, you got 3 more.
I know. For 3, going back to the Diamond and Pearl era, it would have to be Torterra.
Oh, Torterra, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I just picked up a level X Torterra at the last show.
Dude, yeah, I remember. I was just talking about this literally the other day too, with my
Big
fiance.
Turtwig.
I was talking about getting Turtwig, leveling up all the way from Turtwig Grottle to Torterra, and then teaching him Hyper Beam and
Oh,
just
really?
wiping so many
People.
Pokemon with the Hyper Beam. Because that thing in the game, I don't know why, but that move was just absolutely OP. Like,
In Diamond?
yeah, like Hyper Beam, like all the like beams and pump moves were whatever reason like absolutely like puffed up in the game.
Yeah, and now I feel like all the new ones, if you use Hyper Beam, it barely does anything.
Yeah, I remember using Hyper Beam in the old like in Diamond Pearl era. It would deal like half damage on some
Oh,
people.
really?
I'm like,
Oh,
dude,
dang.
this is
Yeah,
good.
that's
This is a good
And then
move.
just wait one turn, do it again.
Exactly.
Two
Do it
tap
again, or
them.
just do a quick sub if I need
Yeah,
to.
exactly,
Like,
yeah.
we'll save them for the next one.
Yeah,
Like,
that's cool.
Here we go. Oh man, yeah, but Torterra, and then Earthquake 2 is another
Yeah,
move you could
or
learn.
I love
It's, like,
Earthquake.
really
That's
good.
all. A lot of Pokemon are weak to it too, so it's always super effective to most
Yes.
Pokemon.
Yes.
Or it just does crazy damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, Earthquake's a good one.
And then 4, dude, shoot. We're going to be bouncing around against all kinds of different regions.
Do you like any of the new Pokemon? Or
Dude.
newer generations?
Newer generation is just something I will admit to that I'm very out of touch with
Me too.
personally. I don't know them as well as I know like the older generation Pokemon. Like,
And I'm surprised because I don't mean to cut you off, but you're 24. I'm 31. Diamond and Pearl I love, and that's what you
Yes.
love. And then the next generation 5, did you like kind of or no? That's where it started losing me too.
yeah.
And that's crazy because you only got to experience like Diamond and Pearl, like love, and then not the original.
was like
So
Diamond
are you a
and
fan
Pearl.
of Gen 1 and Gen 2?
Yes.
Oh,
so it
nice.
was like Diamond Pearl. It was like
then went
Soul
back.
Silver, Heart Gold.
Such a great game.
Both great games. I got both of those. I remember having the Pokewalker, all that
Yeah.
stuff, dude. That was
Nice.
dope. And then I went Black White, and then I did Black White 2, and I kind of just was like, after Black White 2, I was like, this is not like
It's
the same anymore.
I feel like once they change the graphics or just like kind of like, I mean, obviously, yeah, they need to like keep up with the tech and stuff and like
Yeah.
target the younger generation and like what they're growing up with. But Pokemon, it should just be you're moving the little guy around and old school, pop up the Pokemon, pop up the moves, and just travel and just I feel like there's too much added to it. Or at least do a side one where they could give us back like a remake kind of, but like of a different island or something. Maybe throw in random Pokemon or
Well, it's
something.
like, I saw something that they were doing. Well, I don't know how true it is, but it was like a leak, and they were going to be doing Fire Red and
Yeah, I've
Leaf
seen
Green
that. Yeah,
again.
yeah.
And I was like, dude,
Yeah,
if
it got me
they
too.
people were saying like if they just redid it as even a emulator but refreshed it and just put it as like something you buy digitally, dude, they would sell so many copies of that because so many people
First
would love
day.
to play it.
Yep. I'd buy it.
I would too.
I would buy whatever. I have a Switch, but if I had to buy the Switch 2 or whatever, I would buy the Switch 2 just to play that game.
those games. Yeah.
Those games, like the newest one, like a ZA. Did you buy it or
ZA,
no?
no.
That's the first Pokemon game I didn't go and buy, or
Really?
like haven't even. I mean, I kind of thought about buying it, but I haven't bought it, and I probably won't buy it because it's just I feel like the new mechanics and stuff, and it's cool for Pokemon fans and stuff, but just it's not what I grew up with or what I personally like. I'll probably still eventually get it and just maybe play it, but even Legends Arceus is Legends Arceus, was that AZ or what was it again? Legend Arceus Z or see that's the whole thing. I like the old school mechanics, and I just wish they'd they have the money, do some for the older people and then do some for the younger people, and they'll both sell. Like, you can't even keep the cards stocked. Everything's gonna sell.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, even if they just refresh the old game, make it a little bit nicer graphics wise, like, I'm cool with what they did with what was it, Omega Ruby and
Sapphire.
Yes, I was happy with what they did with that. It's okay. I
Even
think if
Let's
they
Go Pikachu.
Yeah, like if they could just kind of do something similar to that, kind of keep the same traditions,
Yeah.
but refresh for, kind of our generation, your generation, my generation, even people a little bit younger would even enjoy it.
Oh, they for sure would enjoy it.
Like I get, I've seen the gameplay of Legends, what is it, Z-Day?
ZA.
CA. I've seen gameplay of that and I'm like, ooh, it's like way too different than what I'm used to.
It is, yeah. And I feel like I remember I think I went 20 years without finding a shiny Pokemon. And I still, actually, my buddy, when I was like 13 or whatever, my buddy was playing Ruby, or I think, yeah, Ruby. He was playing for me. I was like, just go around in the grass, and every time you get a Pokemon, show it to me. And then you can fight it or run from it, but just keep doing that. And I'm pretty sure he found a shiny Latios, the red one, I think. The red one or the blue one. And I remember, for some reason, he was either handing it to me or something, and we clicked run.
Fled.
No, I think we clicked run. I don't remember why. And it wasn't, obviously, like, it didn't pop up again, but I still remember that was the first shiny I ever saw. I was like, it is real. Because you don't have internet. I didn't have internet back then or anything. But I was like, wow, yeah, that's a shiny Pokemon.
That's insane.
And yeah, it ran. So, yep, it was pretty. But yeah, just new mechanics. And I feel like, I mean, it would just give them more money. I mean, and they could work on even more new games and stuff like that too. So.
Yeah, I mean, we see what's happened to TCG. I mean,
they can't even. When was the last time you went to a store and was able to buy some?
Actually, not that long ago. I'm not gonna lie.
In the store?
December, I went to Target and I picked up
in Christmas time.
The lunchbox.
Oh, nice. Well, did they know it was packs inside?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They were just sitting there, like out at the corner at checkout. There was those in the Mega Kangaskhan boxes.
Oh wow.
I've been seeing
at Target. You said?
Yeah, Target by my house. I was gonna say I've been seeing more and more recently certain items sitting on the shelves, collection boxes, and like other things where people don't want to buy those things to flip because the numbers are too close to margins.
Yeah, maybe 20
like the
bucks or
Venusaur X boxes, like those were like what 45 or 40, and they sell for 50.
Yeah.
Like after taxes, you're making nothing on that.
Nothing.
So it's like that's the stuff that's sitting on the shelves, and that's what like I personally am going and buying and ripping because I'm like, hey,
I ripped one the other day.
I'm getting them for cheap, bro. Like I'll take it.
Yeah,
it's packs.
anything MSRP, and if you're able to rip it, then why wouldn't you?
Like that lunchbox, it came with 6 packs, I think.
6 in the lunch. Oh wow.
And it was $35.
Oh yeah, you can't beat that. That's
a booster bundle basically.
Yeah,
it's like a little bit more expensive than a booster bundle.
Yeah, and if you buy that booster bundle at a show or something, you're going to be paying almost close to $100.
Or more, or a little less, or a little more.
Yeah, give or take $20. Yeah. But so we got Rayquaza, Pikachu, Torterra.
Oh man, next
2 more. Yeah, sorry, we got a little sidetracked.
Yeah. Okay, so flipping through generations. That's what I was talking about. Typhlosion would be the next.
I love Typhlosion
because I remember getting Cyndaquil and Soul Silver because that's what I played first before Heart Gold. I was like, oh man. And then I remember chasing to get Lugia at the end because, at the end of all the games, you get to catch whatever the legendary is of the game. And I was like, oh, man, I remember trying to chase to get Lugia. I was, like, so excited. It's like, oh, man, I can't wait to get him. Like, he's going to be crazy in my stack. Oh, man.
Do you like the new legend? We keep going off the topic a little bit. But
it's okay.
Do you like Lugia, Rayquaza, all those legendaries? And, compared to the legendaries now, are you a fan of the new legendaries?
No, dude.
I don't want to be I don't like being a hater or anything, but I totally agree. I like the last ones I liked were Uxie and the three little flying. I can't remember all the names. Okay. Oh, Mesprit, Uxie, and those. I like those, but just I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the new stuff. Yeah. And I try to be, but it just doesn't hit for me.
No, they're a little too out there for me in design and the names and stuff. It's just a little too crazy. I'm like, can we go back to the cool stuff?
Yeah, I know. Get the old designers back in there, or the name makers. Walking Moon, Waking Moon. I bring this up every episode. I'm going to because do you know the cards Waking Moon or Walking Moon? Or do you like those?
No.
Yeah, it's they took Entei, Raikou, and Suicune and then just poison them or something, or put them in a lab.
It's like hybrids with other Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because doesn't one of them look like Salamence?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, but it's just I don't know. I wasn't okay. Off topic, but Rayquaza, Torterra, Pikachu, Typhlosion, and your 5th one.
My 5th. Man.
This is so cool.
Fifth.
Put him on Sharky's head. Oh, it would
It almost fits him,
yeah.
dude.
I don't want to make him mad.
Oh, man. Fifth Pokemon for the stack. Man, where would we start? I feel like we'd have to get a water type in there somewhere. Probably have to be my man Blastoise.
Oh, Blastoise? Oh, nice.
Yeah. Either that or honestly, I could even go back to playing games. I could say Swampert too was a very, very
Swampert,
great, very great starter and a very great Pokemon I can remember from the beginning. Because I remember getting, what was it? It's one of the
Muddy Water?
It was like that, and there was one that was like, wasn't it Mud Slap?
Yeah,
and it just like does a little hand.
It wasn't only water, right? It was
like water and ground, I think.
Yeah, nice. That's a pretty good 5. But we got Torterra, Mudkip, oh my goodness. Swampert.
Rayquaza.
Yeah, Rayquaza, Torterra, Pikachu, Typhlosion. That's a pretty solid. That'd be an elite 5.
Pretty good little stack almost.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That would be really hard for any trainer to have or catch.
That's pretty solid 5. I would agree with a lot of those. It's been some of my favorites in the past.
Yeah. What about yourself? What are your 5?
Mine, I think honestly, I'll change it a little bit from the last episode.
Okay, let's see.
I won't change it too much, but obviously Deoxys, Kabutops, Nidoking. And then if I change the other 2, because last time I said Aerodactyl and I don't remember which other one, but I would probably throw in, sitting on the spot, I love, what cards have I been taking in recently that I just love? Honestly, I've been a huge fan of Giratina lately. But just because of that card, that expensive one. And obviously I'm not going to spend that money to get that card, to PC it. It's just, there's a point where I'm like, too much money, unless I pulled it. But that, I would say Giratina, and then one more would probably be, probably Tyrant.
Okay.
Another fossil Pokemon. I just think it's cool. T-Rex, love dinosaurs, and Tyrant.
All right.
Yeah. That was on the spot. I wasn't expecting that. Nice. But I literally I could honestly, I just love from here up. I do like some of these, but these, from here, all this. These 4 was not a fan of.
Dude, I remember these guys being the most annoying, just running headbutt after
headbutt,
takedown.
Dude, he's gonna be the promo in is it not Mega Ascended, is it? It's the one coming after.
Oh, Perfect Order?
Was Zygarde
Yes, that's Perfect Order.
Perfect Order, yeah. So Tyrant's that'll be one where I literally might do my first ever page or 2 pages of a card because I just love that card.
Okay. I
already saw it too, yeah. Always love these ones. Anorith was actually in my original, the logo that I made for Adam's Research Lab, but the designer, or my graphic designer, it just looked too, not him. He was standing up and he looked like it kind of AI-ish, so I didn't think people would understand what it was.
Okay.
Even though he hand drew it, but so we just switched out Anorith with, I think Ammonite, or I can't think right now, or one of them. And then, took him out. And then we took out the coffee cup and put in the dome fossil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And now maybe I'll have him do a little cameo with the Cubone. So, how did you get into vending?
How did I get into vending? So, kind of prior to vending, I started selling on eBay, and I was enjoying that. And then I was like, I started watching YouTube, right? I started watching vending content. And
so I like to ask, did it were you already watching Pokemon content, different kind, and then it just hit your algorithm, or you just randomly stumbled across it, or?
So when I got back into Pokemon, I started watching pack rip videos, and it was at the bottom of suggested, and I see so the videos that got me into it was Oyama, because I see his buyer POV, and I watched that, and I was like, wow, this dude's just going around hustling, buying super crazy cards, and I like the viewpoint, it's just him literally holding the camera right here, just walking.
Yeah, you don't even know
you
what
just
he
see
looks
his
like.
hand. Yeah, and I didn't even know what he looked like for the longest time until he started posting videos of his face.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started watching his videos, and then it led into Garchomp.
Yeah.
And his videos are great. His people are great. And I was like, oh man, dude, I think this is something I could do at some point. I enjoy watching the content. I think this is something I would enjoy doing with my free time, for fun. And I was like, man, I was already doing the eBay thing. I was kind of just small time in it.
On eBay, were you just selling like singles?
Yeah, I was just selling singles, and like I had
Like
bought like
commons
some
or
collections
holo?
and some
Nice.
different stuff just to sell on there. I got like good deals on binders.
Oh, so you already had like the mentality of like kind of buying at a
Buy,
percentage.
sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So,
Oh,
because I had figured out, like, you know, the eBay fees are like whatever, 17%
yeah,
or
it gets up there.
20% sometimes. But once you figured that out, it was like, okay, I could buy at this threshold, like at some collections, and you could buy like a lot of, like I was buying a lot of like the rainbow cards and stuff
nice.
like that. And,
Sword and Shield.
yeah, but it was a lot of the lower end ones. So it was
Gotcha.
like the $5 to like $10 ones. And so I was like, okay, if I could buy a lot of like under $10 cards and sell them on eBay, but buy them at a good percentage, like in a collection, you know, this could continue working. And then I hit the point where I was like, I can't source any more inventory.
Oh,
Where
everybody comes to.
Yeah, I was like, how do I get more inventory? And I'm watching these videos. I'm like, dude, these guys are just buying like thousands of dollars worth of cards at a show. Like maybe I just need to do that. Mm-hmm. And I was like looking at SAC shows, and I was like, man, I don't know if I could do a show here. Like I don't have inventory for that. Like I at the time maybe had like, and this is kind of, we'll retrack a little bit too. I got into Japanese booster boxes also in the time I was selling on eBay, and I was selling those in Facebook Marketplace here in town.
Oh, nice. So you would order them from eBay or from?
I was ordering from Japan.
Oh, nice. Oh, you would order them from a retailer.
Yes.
I mean, like a.
So kind of going back to the vendor POV content, I met or started watching this dude, Pokemon.
Oh, nice.
And
Yeah, I
he
watched
does all the
Nice.
Japanese boxes,
Yeah.
right? And that's what his whole preaching is. And I was like, originally was thinking like, I want to stay all online. Like I want to do an online business. I don't want to do face to face. Like that seems too hard. Well, it just seemed too hard, right?
Yeah,
like I
gotcha.
just didn't think it would be easy enough.
Yeah.
And then it was like, dude, honestly, the online space is 10 times harder than the, I think, face-to-face space. Like I sold 0 Japanese boxes online other than on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, really?
And I don't consider that.
I feel like 'cause there's so many of them online.
Exactly.
And then in Facebook, you're in your area.
Yes, so I'm
to, like,
only in
some.
the Sacramento area. And at the time, there was only like a few people doing it, like buying kind of at the way we were buying at the time. And I was like, well, like I could kind of keep doing this for a bit, or we could start transitioning and try this vendor thing. And I was sitting down talking to my fiance, and she's like, you should just try it. Like, just try it. Just see what happens. I was like, okay, like we'll try it. And I found a show closer to my hometown because I'm from Visalia, which is near the Fresno area. And I found a show in Fresno, and I was like, well, I found the big Fresno show, and I was like, I'm going to try this show. We'll see how it goes. I think I took like, counting some of the boxes I had and stuff, like maybe 1,000 to 1,500 worth of inventory for my first show. And I was like, let's try it. Let's see. Like,
What was the vendor fee?
I think at the time it was, I want to say 130.
Oh, dang.
So it was kind of expensive.
This
and
is
then with
last
traveling, this was, yes, in 2025 in June.
Oh, June. Nice.
We decided to try the big Fresno show, and we drove out there. I didn't have to pay a hotel because I stay with family and stuff.
Nice.
But
That's always nice.
driving and things like that, and eating, there's a little bit of fees involved. But we try to keep it low, like low budget, low pro. Try it. Show was awesome. I bought so much stuff. I sold so much stuff. Yeah, like I wanted to get a lot of tag teams while I was at the show, and it just so happened someone comes up and is like, has a whole binder just full of tag teams, just wanting to sell. And this was before the market exploded, because in June the market was like half of what it was in like August and July. And I was just like, dude, I want to get tag teams. Like I want to just stack up on tag teams for the inventory. And so I just bought like a whole page out of this dude's binder, because he was like, I want to sell these.
Oh, nice.
And he was just like, we were sitting there chit chatting, and he sold me a bunch of his stuff. And I was like, man, this is crazy. Like that was like my first like thrill of the moment. Like, oh my gosh, like this is real right here.
This is what you've been waiting for.
Yeah, and then like we get later in the show, and like I'll preface this every time as probably one of my biggest blunders of not buying, because I love Rayquaza. I had an opportunity to buy the VMAX, the alt art, in a 10. Someone came up to my table and was like, I think at the time it was at 11 or 1,200 maybe. And he was like, I want to get 900 for it. Like, could you give me 900? And I was like, at the time, I'm a new
That's a
vendor,
big-
that's a
Wait,
lot
is
of
this
money.
your first show?
Yes, that's a lot of money.
my
I'm like,
yeah.
I was just like, looked at him. I was like, I would love to buy this for myself, but yeah, no, I can't spend 900 right now.
Yeah. To help the audience a little bit, because me personally, when I went to my first show, my buddy Tim, thankfully, he was super nice to me, and he's done shows before. He's the one that introduced me. He's like, Adam, you can buy cards from people when they come up, because somehow I didn't know that when I did you just know that off the rip? Or?
Literally just from watching YouTube videos, I understood that we would buy at 70% and sell, at this price and trade at 80%.
Yeah.
I did a ton of research, It might sound really silly, people might laugh at it, but I sat and asked ChatGPT a couple of times too, what should I buy at, what should I sell at, what's reasonable? And my first couple shows, I did pay a little high. Even at my first show, I paid a little high on some things because I felt confident enough. Okay, this is gonna sell that day, or this is gonna sell later down the road. The tag teams, I felt comfortable buying some of this later in the show. I paid more for a few other bigger ones.
Yeah.
And I felt comfortable doing that at the time because all I kept hearing from this is another thing, kind of getting into the vendor thing, and this might be a good tip for people that are thinking about getting into vendoring. Watch videos, tons of videos, because that'll also give you market analysis of what's selling on the market for those bigger vendors. If you watch multiple vendors, you'll kind of get the idea of what's selling for them, what's selling at all these different shows they go to.
Yep.
And you can kind of build your inventory based on their speculation as well. So that's what I did for the first little bit of my vendoring. I'm sure you may have did something similar.
Yeah, Jar Chomp, I would always because I would listen to it more than watch it, and it was always some repetitive of the same cards. And I'm like, well, stainless birds. That was one of the most popular ones ever.
151, Blastoise, the Zapdos.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Exactly.
At the time, even during the summer, in the summer, I'm sure the viewers will know, summertime 151 singles were selling like crazy. The Zar.
You got it as soon as you put it out.
I couldn't hold it. Yeah, I had the trios of almost all of them, but the Zar, because at the time, like I said, I wasn't dropping more than $100 or $150 on a card. So at the time, that was a $200-something, $300 card. I was not spending that much at the time. So I had all the trios of all the other ones because they were more affordable.
Yeah.
And at the time, like I said, I was watching Jar Chomp and Oyama and all these other people, and they were talking about 151 singles, buy tag teams for speculation, megas are really hot. And so I was like, I love the mid era. That's kind of what I remember a bit of collecting Pokemon and stuff.
Level X's
and
those
stuff.
Took off too.
EXs, the EX era is starting to kind of take off now too, low key.
Big time, yeah. If you get those, and if you grade them, those
hit hard,
crazy premium on those.
But yeah, so trying to remember what I was talking about.
When did you finally just to also help viewers maybe because they're wondering, because even for me it took a while. When did you finally I'll take in bigger cards? Or spend more on a big card?
I would say the point, this is going to be another, I'm going to kind of shout out a vendor here. I met a vendor, I went to CDC Modesto, and I went to that show and I was vendoring next to a guy. His name was Buzz. His Instagram is Pokebuzz. And when I met him, he was buying and selling so much stuff, way more than I was that day. And I was like, man, what are you doing differently than me? And he's just I just buy more volume. He's like, I'm just buying I not being as picky as you are with buying some things. And he's like, you got to kind of be comfortable with spending a lot of your money at the beginning of the day or when people come to you, because you might not get the opportunity later in the day to buy. And so he kind of put that philosophy into me, and after that, going into other shows, I had a different mentality. It was okay, you're gonna bring me these slabs, I'm gonna pick through the ones I want or the singles I want. I'm gonna buy them. I'm gonna make a very competitive offer, or what I think is a competitive offer in the room, and see if you like it and be willing to negotiate. If they didn't seem happy with the offer, I'd be like, well, where do you want to be?
Yeah,
exactly. Where do you want to be? Let's negotiate. I don't want you to walk away from me. I want to do the deal. Let's do something here. Not trying to press people either, but
I totally get what you mean. Yeah,
you bring me a stack of slabs, you're telling me you want to sell,
so you got some number in your head that you want to, so you're most likely wanting to sell them.
We can both meet in the middle, and I'm comfortable, especially on slabs, because I've had people come up and be like, I could sell it on eBay myself. I'm like, But it also depends on
taxes.
liquidity of the slab that you have. I've had people bring me not banger slabs saying, I could sell this on eBay. I want 85%. I'm like, well,
Good
I'm
luck.
not I'm not gonna offer you that, unfortunately. Like, I'll give you 80% or 75%. Like, more so 75%. Like, I'll pay higher if it's a banger slab that I know is gonna be liquid and move. Like, I keep talking about tag teams. I love them so much, but like, I bought a lot of tag team slabs in the past, and those, like, I can buy and sell within a week or within a day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I feel
most likely within the
comfortable
day.
paying 85, 90%. Like, I paid 90% on some stuff before, like when the market was really peaking. Like, I was paying 85, 90% on some stuff. I felt comfortable with that.
Because you knew it'd move that same day,
Exactly.
or at least within the next show. That makes sense. Because me, like, I usually just try to stick to 70%, but now, like, if I really want it and I know I can move it, or I know I have a buyer for it, if they need me to go up higher, and I like or like they're nice to, it's like a nice interaction. I'm willing to go up a little bit and, like, help them out, meet them in the middle or whatever.
Yeah.
But
And, like, I do the same thing for higher value, like even singles, like raw singles that are over like a certain dollar amount. I'm totally comfortable offering a higher percentage.
I'm so sorry. We're trying something new. Sharky. What do you want, Sharky? Come on.
You want to come up
You
here?
want to go up there? Come on. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll get you comfortable. But yeah, like I said, like I keep saying and re-emphasizing, like, I'm comfortable paying more on higher end stuff, more like expensive stuff, because also the margins, are a lot better on high end stuff.
For sure.
For
Even
viewers out there, like, if I pay 85% on a $5 card, I'm making like maybe $1.
If that, because most times, if someone's buying a $5 card,
they're gonna
I
want
would say
$4.
90% of the time they're gonna say, "Could you do 4?"
Yeah.
And So Ryan explained this too, and this clip kind of got some controversy. But I just feel like sometimes the people calling me aren't vendors or don't understand what we're trying to say. But like they don't see all, like, the back end of, like, you have to pay to go to the show. You got to pay for cases, the travel, the food, the sleep. Like, if you're only gonna make $1 off the card, like, and you're not mean for saying no, I can't. It's like, you gotta profit, or there'd be no vendors. If the vendor can't profit a little bit, or eventually there'd be no vendors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they have to profit a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's why they gotta be kind of stay solid too.
Yeah, and it's kind of like what I'm prefacing is, like, we can't pay 80, 90% on like a 5. I can't even pay that on like a $10, $20 card, much less. Like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. You bring me, 50, maybe even $100 card, I'll probably pay 85% on some of those, depending on what they are. Like I've talked about before, like liquidity, and like what the cards, like how quickly you can move those cards is very crucial to us. So if we're offering lower on a card, it's typically because it's something we won't move, or it's a cheaper card, right?
Or it's something maybe you don't even want.
Yeah.
Or you're not sure about.
And, like, if it's something for my PC, like, I've made that known to some people, like, hey, this is for my PC, like, I'll pay you full market if you want. Like, I've done that before for some people.
Yeah. I'll instantly offer 80%, and if they don't even like the 80% and it's something I want, I will pay full market.
Yeah, or if I can trade at 100% for some people, I will do that for something for my PC, because some of the stuff, like, we've talked about, like, you say you don't want to get, like, crazy big grells right now, but it's like, for me, it's like, dude, some of those crazy girls are the ones I want to get, like, before they get crazy.
Oh,
like,
crazier.
I feel like they just keep getting more expensive. Like, the more and more I look, I just keep regretting not buying more of the grells earlier. Because with the last spike and kind of little bit of fall, that spike was huge. There was a lot of cars that were really expensive, and they've all pretty much gone back to where they were, even after the little
dip or whatever that was, a little wintertime wonder whirl.
And for people that have vended much longer than us, and people that are shop owners, like, I've heard them all say, Decembers are typically slower months, and like I understand that, because of holidays, people saving, and I felt like
saving for presents, and not everyone wants to buy Pokemon for presents. Exactly. I mean, some do, but not everyone.
Yeah, and like, I wish Christmas time I would have had more to throw at the business, because man, there was a lot of buying to be made. There was a lot of people selling at that time. Yeah,
all of November and December, that's where us vendors really, like, that. I was buying a lot, and that was mainly what I was kind of, because it was so low. Everything was just so low. Yeah. And I got a lot of great deals, a lot of cards, and Ryan doing the same thing. I'm like, just buy, because it always goes down and it always goes up, 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 up.
Yeah.
And then down and up, 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 up.
And it's like the same thing with sealed. Like every piece of, I have a personal collection of sealed at home, and it's like every piece of sealed that we have at home, I bought and was thinking like, you know, I'm gonna sell this when it goes up to a certain percentage, and nah, I'm holding, dude. I don't want to get rid of some of the stuff I have.
What's like one crazy sealed piece you have, or like a bigger one, or
Not like
your
anything
favorite?
Huge, but like I have a lot of 151.
Oh, nice. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and I have a
You
lot of
don't just
bundles
get
that
them.
I've been like sitting on because
151 bundles?
Yeah, because every opportunity I got like starting, I would just buy them because everyone just kept saying 151's the set, like 151's the set, and now I'm sitting here like, man, I'm glad I bought them all because my cost basis is like, I think like $50 a
nice.
box, and I have now a whole like case worth of them.
Nice. That's
So what is
awesome.
that, like 10 that come in a box?
Yeah,
I
probably.
think?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and so they pretty much all like doubled at this point. It's
Yeah.
crazy to think.
And they paid for themselves, and still, like,
Exactly.
if you were to sell them eventually, like, you're not losing, or
Yeah.
you're kind of doubling your money.
Exactly, and since I'm a vendor, like I feel comfortable kind of holding this sealed because, to like worst case, I could always use that as investment into my business. You know,
nice.
it's tradable. You know,
Yeah.
and people
And
typically,
everybody wants 151.
and not only that, and like sealed too. Like kind of going back to percentages and stuff. For sealed product, I've noticed a lot of people will trade or buy a little bit higher too. Well, some people will still pay the 70 or whatever, but I've come across a lot of people that'll pay like 80, 85 on sealed because they know like a lot of the time it's going to go up.
Yeah,
So it's like,
they're gonna hold it.
yeah, it's like if you buy it and you wait like 2 weeks or a month, it's like,
Yeah,
you know, you're
probably.
probably going to gain 10%
Yeah.
at least. So if you bought it at 85, well, now you've got 25%,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
roughly like equity kind of.
Yeah, so then you still kind of,
You're kind of in the green still, like by a decent, good amount, and you feel comfortable buying, you know, at that percentage. But yeah, like I always feel comfortable paying a little bit higher. I know a lot of people kind of.
That makes sense. No, I'm not against it. It's just like everyone has a different like style. Like
Yeah.
yours is, I understand. When you explain it, I understand why,
Yeah.
and it makes sense. And is there any time where you do 70 or no?
I do 70 actually. Like a lot of the time, like
Oh.
on cheaper stuff, like stuff that's under $10. Like yeah, I'd like 70%. I'm cool with paying, or 75%. Like I'm negotiable to 75 on
Nice.
lower end stuff. But
Yeah, I mean, and like that's the cool thing about vending. Everybody does it different. Everyone
Yeah.
has different techniques, and like you really don't learn yours until you've done a couple shows, and like maybe this works for you, maybe this doesn't work for the other person, and that's what I think is cool about it. Every time you go up to someone else's table, it's a whole different experience. But the way they sticker their cards, the way they talk to you or interact with you, the way their cases or where their cases came from, they're buying so much, and that's what I think is
Yeah.
really cool about the hobby.
no, that's the same thing I feel, and it's like I feel like I've been thankful too to talk to a lot of people in the hobby. Like every chance I get when I'm next to someone, like I want to just talk to them and get to know like how long have they been vending, like, you know, what are you doing, like what are stuff that you like to buy. I like to watch and see, you know, like if I'm not busy, like I'll look over at the other table. Like it might look like I'm like sitting like, oh my gosh, that guy's buying stuff, and I'm like, what are they buying, like what works for them, like what's the stuff that works for you, you know, like in your inventory. Because sometimes, you know, like I have like now have met a lot of other vendors, and like I've, you know, been fortunate to get some good collections here and there, and like I've helped other vendors out. Like they come to me and they're like, hey, like I need some singles, like I'm out of singles, so I'm like, oh well, here, like I
Cut 'em
have
a
this
deal.
stack that like I can sell you or trade you, but like, you know, you got to work with me because
Yeah.
like, this is what I paid on.
Yeah,
these.
and I mean, and you took them in, so you need to make something off
Exactly,
of it.
and like most vendors understand that, and that's what's cool. Is
Most.
like, you know, yeah, most.
There's those few.
There's like, and I've definitely been like, there's a few that I think maybe like, you know, I've given them too good of deals every now and again, but it's like, it's worth it because to me, it's about building the relationship
No, yeah.
more so than it is, you know, making money off of like someone like you. Like I wouldn't come
same.
to you and like be like, oh, buy this off of me for 90. Like
Yeah.
I'd probably come to you and be like, dude, like my first offer would probably be like 80.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I
just
would-
be like, this is my realistic number. Like I want to offload.
And that, I'm like that too with my friends and fellow vendors that are nice or
Yeah.
like have a good person or like just good vibes and like, but when they come up and instantly just like lowball you or just you just know they don't really care. Like that's where I cross the line. I'm like, but like yeah, if you wanted something, and especially if it's for your PC, I'm gonna hook you up.
Yeah.
But you know, like not everyone feels that way or.
Yeah.
But
And even if
the
it's
nice
not-
people do, I feel like.
I would say even if it's not for the PC, like if you came to me and I had a ton of inventory at the time and you're like, hey, I'm low on inventory, like I would just start handing you stacks of cards and being like, hey, like, dude, I'm negotiable on all this stuff. Like, tell me what you need. Like, take a stack and we'll work out a deal. Because, like, I would rather see you also be able to continue vending too. Like, I like seeing the same people every
Me
weekend.
too.
Like,
That's one of my favorite parts.
I don't know what it is. It's crazy. Like, I met him at Pokemon. We were just talking about this before we jumped on this, and it was like I think like a weekend later or 2 weekends later, we're both at Monterey.
Which is 3 hours from here.
Yeah.
I think 3, right? Or
Yeah, it's like 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah,
like it's a decent ways away, and like
it's nice. And Jordy was at that show too. Have you met?
Yeah.
You met
Yes.
Jordy? Yeah, and Jordy was there too. And it's also nice going to a place of the unknown, like where you've never been, and then seeing a familiar face because you are in like a big show like that is kind of like a little overwhelming. But then, boom, I see you and your fiance, and then Jordy's right next to me. And I'm like, oh, this is like I'm in here in SAC. Like
that's literally how I felt too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I was like, man, I feel like I'm just with the homies right now, and it's the same thing. Like I love going to Westgate, like the San Jose shows, the Bay Area shows. I mean, even East Bay Card Show. Like I haven't gotten to do one yet, but like, dude, all I see are all the homies there. I'm like, man, that would be a card show where it's like all the friends. Like it'd just be fun.
He will be at the next one with us. I
Yes.
promise.
Don't worry, you guys. We're in it.
Yeah. And then that's March. Yeah. Next one, he'll for sure be at East Bay with us.
Yes.
And my first time doing East Bay is going to be March 7th and 8th. And I'm kind of excited because I've been wanting to do it for literally like...
Dude.
I've emailed and I don't want to bash anybody or something. I just never could get
it's hard.
a good response. Yeah, you have to know someone to get into it, which is understandable. They built the business, and that's totally understandable. Like,
I was gonna say I'm actually very fortunate because the first time I reached out to them, because I've heard that the first time I reached out to them, they actually reached back out to me and like offered me a spot. It just didn't work out with my schedule at the time, so I didn't get to do the show that they were offering.
I will backtrack a little bit because I feel bad, but I also got the text back, and I did text them. But the one that they said I could do, I wasn't able to do either.
Yeah.
But after that, then when I would text that number or email, I never got a response.
The hard thing is all the ones that I really wanted to do for East Bay, like the ones I hear all the crazy stuff about, they're really impossible to get into. So unless like Burlingame is like one that's like the really good.
The airport?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That's the one that's like, like the one that a lot of people want to get into because they sell like crazy supposedly, like, or at least that's what I've heard from other vendors. And man, I have never been able to meet someone or find a way to get into one of those yet. And I want to. So
we're changing that starting March or starting April.
We're gonna get into that one.
We're gonna get in. Yeah, because I want to do some big shows this year, and there's some questions that are gonna come up later too. About
I was gonna say, I want to do some bigger shows too later.
So we'll go back to the vending topic. So you did the first show in Fresno, and then was it just you or you with your fiance?
Yeah, it was with me and my fiance.
And did she have a good time too? Or?
Yeah, so when we first started, we did just Pokemon actually. Like it was literally just my setup with, I had one of those blue bulletin board
nice.
cases.
I had one of those.
Yeah, I had that, and I had 3 binders, I think, of just random singles. I had like a $1 binder. I had like a 4 for $1, and then I had like I think it was 15 and under at the time binder. And that was all I had. And I had like a couple sealed pieces that I brought, and I just had them on my table. But yeah, that's what we rolled with our first show. And then the next show was when I did CVC Modesto, and that's kind of when my like brain kind of changed and was like, I need to do more shows. I need to buy more. I need to...
Yeah.
You just do more deals, essentially. Like, the more deals you do, the more you buy, the more you're going to sell, essentially. Like, it sounds kind of silly, but I really do think that's the truth for us. Like, the more we can buy, it's going to benefit us the best. And, feel comfortable buying a lot as long as it's not bulk. Like,
yeah, like a little low-end stuff.
Like, if someone comes to you with a lot of, like, illustration rares, art rares, dude, just buy them all. Like, if you're a vendor, just buy them all.
One day they'll sell. I mean,
exactly.
They're not going to go down crazy either.
Like, no, they go down like $1, 50 cents, and
unless it's a new set. Don't do the new set right away.
Yeah. Oh, another new vendor tip: don't ever buy the new set right off the rip.
At least for a month.
Wait a month or a little longer.
Unless it's a hit, like the main hit, and you want to send it in because it's gradable or something, or you want it for your PC. But just know, after a month, it will go down.
And same thing with those big hits.
Time.
They will also take a dip too.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with Japanese sets. Like when I was buying a lot of those, always the first, like, going into release of a Japanese set, like the prices I would get from wholesale would be like, so everything's in yen, nothing's in USD, so they're sending you, their prices. It's like price and release will be 14,000 yen, but then a week later it's like 9,000 yen.
Oh, it goes down that much. Oh,
Yeah.
because wow.
Yeah, dude, it's like
way.
insane. So like I learned really quick with Japanese never to
wait.
buy a new set right off the rip, and I did it
Wait a little
once.
long. Oh, and then
I got screwed myself because the way they did the shipping. Because this was just right as I placed this purchase, it was right as tariffs came into effect.
Oh man!
So it kind of screwed up my whole shipping process, and
Yeah.
it took them like 2 weeks to get me my boxes, like all of them. And of course, the final box was the newest set, and I was trying to pre-sell all these boxes on Facebook.
Oh.
So I had a lot of deals that were locked in and then fell through because of shipping.
Oh,
and then pricing
that sucks
tanked.
too.
So I lost like a decent amount of money on that deal, but it was like, you live and you learn.
Yeah, out of control.
You gotta fucking take it to the chin and keep moving with it, and it's all right. Like I learned from that and was like, now that tariffs are a thing, like I don't do Japanese boxes because the prices, like there's just no margin anymore.
I like that, and I feel like for viewers or maybe if you're a newer vendor, taking losses is a big part of it.
It's totally a big part of it, and it's totally okay. Like as long as you're not taking such a big loss where it's like, you're sleeping on the road, or you can't pay rent, or you can't afford to feed yourself, then definitely take the risk a little bit. Like be willing to, because the only way you're gonna find out is if you jump into it.
Out of experience or whatever. Like even a card that, like, let's say you've had it for 30 shows, there's a chance, maybe someone will. But you could always sell it. If someone gives you an offer, you can always sell it a little bit lower and move on to something else.
That's always what I do.
Especially if it's small, or like, obviously smaller ones, not like too crazy.
Well, I'm sure.
But even sometimes on the crazy ones.
I'm sure you've been in it too, where you've had inventory that's like $20 to $50 that sits for like 3 shows. I'll take that to another vendor and trade at like 85% or 80%.
Just to get something different.
Just to get different stuff, because you guys as a viewer too, and as customers of us, you guys come to our tables. You don't want to see the same stuff week over week over week. Like you guys want to see us come with new stuff because we do shows every weekend, or we do shows every weekend. You're knowing that we're buying new inventory and selling inventory at those shows, so you guys want to see what we picked up. Well, if we go to a show and come back and go to the next show next week, same exact stuff, it's like. It's kind of rough.
I actually ran into that in the last month or month and a half of last year, and that's why I wanted to switch it up in the new year, because I just did so many sack ones in a row that I'm like, everyone, and it's, not everyone's the same people at the show, but most time it's friendly faces and you're seeing the same customers or same friends and stuff, but unless I took in something new the day before or the weekend before, it literally all, like when they come to my table, it's always the same.
Yeah.
Like, you already know what it is. So.
Mm-hmm. No, and I feel that because kind of going to what you said, like doing more local shows versus more traveling shows. We did a lot of traveling shows, so it was like seeing a lot of different faces, never the same people. So we were selling a lot of inventory, and I've noticed as I've diverted to doing more sack shows to kind of cut down on costs and things. And we'll get into that later, why we kind of shifted to more sack-based shows. It's just because, it's just as crazy. Like you shift to doing more local stuff, and like you said, you see the same people every week.
Yeah, and half the time they might walk past your table because they're like, oh, I already know what he has. Yeah. And like, if they follow me on Instagram, I already posted the new stuff I got, so they kind of already seen it, so they can save some time to not having to come stop by.
Yeah, that's true. I was gonna say, and like I do feel like too, and like to that point, like sometimes people will walk by. But I've also had people come by and be like, "Oh man, you still have that? Like, I'm gonna pick it up now because like I know like it might not be here next week or whatever."
Yeah, that
so that does happen every now and again. I know it's probably the more slimmer of the few options of things, but yeah.
So with your vending, I feel like something special that you offer compared to some vendors are just like Pokemon cards, like me, Pokemon cards. You offer. Oh my gosh, what's it called? Oh, comics and 3D printing items. You want to talk about that a little bit?
So yeah, kind of retracing back, our first few shows we did only Pokemon. After the first show, my fiance was like, "Man, I need to do something like what you're doing. Like this is fun, but I want to do like my own, like something that I'm into." And she was into Marvel comics when she was younger. So she decided, I'm just going to get a bunch of collections of comics and we're just going to take these with us to shows and we'll just put it up and we'll combine it. So we created her own little Instagram and we started doing, because our brand name prior to HamFam.
Yeah, I was just going to ask that next about your name. If you want to explain it now, that's great.
So prior to HamFam, we were JRC, which is my initials. Not very fancy, nothing cool. But I always wanted to name something like the HamFam because my last name's Cunningham. And like growing up, we always called ourselves the HamFam, like my family and stuff.
Yeah.
And my parents, like we'd always be like, oh, like, we're the
cool.
HamFam and stuff. So I was like, oh man, like I really want to do something around that. And it kind of like brings in more of the continuity of like community and family and things rather than just like JRC, TCG.
Yeah.
Like,
I always wondered that too
like
about
businessy, right?
Yeah,
like,
it sounds like something like an air conditioner.
Yeah, like weird.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm glad we changed it to HamFam because now it's like fun and it's like and it kind of brings all of our brands together in the sense of like, we didn't have to do HamFam TCG if we didn't want to. We could just now do HamFam if we wanted.
Yeah, anything.
But yeah, so we did JRC TCG and JRC Comics originally. So she had her own little page to run her comics and things, and she started picking up a bunch of slabs and a bunch of raw comic books. She started getting into like cleaning them and pressing them to send into grading and stuff.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so she got really deep into it in that little bit of time, like just from experiencing my experience.
That's cool.
She picked up a lot of stuff, a lot of collections, a lot of things to get into it. Then she came with me, I think, on the third show we did. I'm trying to think what show it was. I honestly want to say it was one of Fire and Ice's shows, like one of the little card shows at their shop. Shout out Fire and Ice and Ryan. Ryan's the GOAT, bro.
Yeah, like, a good motivator, huh?
Yeah, for real. I had one conversation with him at that show, and he kind of gave me a little story, and man, motivates me every day to like want to be better. It's just like his first vendor experience.
Instagram stories and stuff.
I'm like, dude, we got to figure out how to get to that level pretty much.
He's a hard-working man.
Yeah, and he's built such an amazing community. Like every show you go to at his place is busy, packed. Like there will never be a Fire and Ice show you go to that's empty.
Yeah, no, that community is one of a kind. Now they're having the Folsom location too.
Yeah, their third location, and it looks crazy.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the one. I mean,
I'm sure the crowd will see it. Yeah. The viewers will see it on Instagram. But like, man, it looks crazy.
That's cool. That is awesome artwork. Like, it sucks because I think they said someone leaked it or something, or like a worker. And I'm like, man, 'cause that's such a cool like announcement or something. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah.
It's cool. But yeah, we did their show. That was probably the first time we brought comics. We started selling those, and they don't sell like crazy. They're not like Pokemon cards. It's not like
I feel like it's really
TCG.
a super niche.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's awesome because we get a lot of people that come up and they're like, "Oh man, like you have comics. Like this is my other like hobby, like my other collectible hobby." And so then they'll sit there and dig through our stuff to just find other things. So it's kind of cool, we're getting more than just Pokemon. Yeah. We're getting other collectors or people.
I like seeing your guys' comics on there. That's cool.
Yeah, I was just saying.
I think it's a cool like touch.
I think
just
it's Pokemon.
Cool.
The graded comics are fun.
Yeah, those
big old slabs, dude, and like they're an eye catcher. Like people walk past and they're like,
"What the."
You have a graded magazine, and we're like, they're graded like comics, and they're like,
is CGC the only one that does it right now? Or?
CGC and there's CBCS, and then PSA just started, I think, doing comics recently.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But I don't think, just like how they do the cards, how they do 9, 10, 8, 7, with other comic book companies, they do 0.5. Like very subgraded. It's like 0.6, 0.5.
Oh, gotcha. So it's a real score.
Yeah. So like a lot of comics don't get an actual 10. The highest grades you'll see are typically like 9.8, sometimes a 9.9.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I don't think I've personally ever seen a 10. Like a 10 comic.
Probably in someone's.
I'm sure someone's got one out there, but I have never personally seen one.
Are they expensive?
Some of them are like even the 9.8s. Like some of the ones we have are like $200 or $300.
Oh dang! Oh wow! I didn't know that.
Like one of the ones we have is signed. It's a Pokemon slab, and it's signed by the artist and 2 voice actors from I want to say Pokemon Journey.
Oh.
And that one's worth like $250 or $300.
Oh, wow! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. Because I've never really, I mean, I like comics and stuff. I read them when I was younger, but I just think it's cool that you guys offer that on top of Pokemon. Yeah. And on top of that, you offer...
We have the 3D printed stuff
that's
now.
another cool thing.
And that came much, much later into it. But we got into that because I had already been on the fence about getting a 3D printer kind of to design. I want to design risers for for cases because I saw everybody with their Zions and the jeweler cases, and I was like, oh man, like we could make the little holders for those. Like we just have to get a printer. Yeah. And I was looking at printers and I was like, wow, like these things are kind of expensive. Low key. And then we found a good deal and we got the Bamboo P1S. So shout out to Bamboo.
It's really nice.
A little shameless plug, but
yeah, I know you're good.
They're so good, dude. It's the best
cool.
printer on the market. I can honestly say. We kind of spent a little bit to get into it. I think we spent like $1,000 on the whole setup.
Everything like the what is it? The plastic filament that comes with? Oh, filament.
Yeah, we got filament. So we got a few rolls of filament. We got so the unit we have, the Bamboo P1S, it has a auto material changing system, so it'll swap the filaments for you while it's like printing. So
so it never has to stop.
Yeah, so when we're doing like those multicolor prints, I don't have to stop and swap the color. Like it just swaps it for itself and keeps printing. Dang. So it's kind of nice, and it's like I can control it from my phone. So it's like I don't need to be
How long does something like this take?
This took, I want to say, 8 hours.
8 hours, wow.
Yeah, so it takes a little bit of time.
I feel like big for 8 hours. Like that's cool.
It takes a little bit of time.
I mean, obviously you guys are seeing it in a video, but I feel like it would be like a toy I would have gotten like when I was a kid at the store. Like I wouldn't just expect that it was 3. Yeah, I know, not at all.
It's crazy.
This is nice. This is so cool.
They're so cool, and I've had a lot of fun having it. We print a lot of fun little toys with it.
Dude, that is awesome. Thank you again for that.
Yeah,
cool.
Of course. Yeah, we print a lot of fun little toys with it, and like kind of just adds a little bit more depth to the table. Kind of tracks the eye with a little bit few different other things.
Like they got Rayquaza, Onyxes, fidget spinner, and fidget spinners are super good because I feel like it's attention span in this generation is
very small.
Very small.
And we have like these little fidget things, and it's like the Pokeball, and you can spin the Pokeball around and make it do different designs almost. But yeah, all the kids love it. They just come and they'll sit there and play with them. We have like that fidget Ditto now where it like completely flexes.
Oh, nice. I haven't seen that one yet. But when I was editing my POV the other day, you guys are in the background obviously, and like I've seen a bunch of times where kids are like getting the 3D. They just love the 3D printed stuff.
Yeah, they just like to play with it, and it's awesome. And like, you know, we'll print smaller stuff and we'll give it away to kids because that doesn't cost us as much, you know, as like the bigger stuff to print. And you know, it's kind of cool. Some little kids love it, and like they'll take it home and they'll play with it as a toy.
Yeah, they'll have that
like anything else.
A long time too.
Yeah, as long as like it's fun. I always hear the stories. Some parents will come up and be like, "Oh, like we're not buying another 3D printed thing. Like they just break." And then some parents will say that, and they'll come back and end up buying a toy from us. And then they'll come to us the next week and be like, "Your guys is the like only one we've gotten that hasn't broken." And I'm like, "Dude, that's cool." I'm like, I'm glad like our stuff isn't breaking.
Is that the Bamboo printer? Is because it's so?
I don't know if it's that or if it's maybe like the settings we're using. Maybe I'm just using like because. It's kind of getting into the technical stuff, but there's like infill, so you can change like how this is filled on the inside.
Because it feels thick, like it feels like if it fell, it's not going to shatter.
And I think some people make them thinner with some things, and sense. I just leave it thick because I like the durability factor of it.
Yeah, this literally feels like solid, like a softball kind of.
Yeah, it's like hard. It's probably like almost like a protective plate.
Yeah,
like, it's
like a Sharky.
Yeah, Sharky could use it as a helmet.
Really, Sharky, come on, just do it for us one time. No. Okay, he said no. I will get that on him later. Send a picture. I will for sure.
Nice. But yeah, the 3D printed stuff's cool. We got the Bamboo printer, and then we started selling risers like slowly but surely, and started selling other 3D printed stuff. And
Speaking of that, I do need some risers.
Hey,
is it for Zion cases?
I can do any case, man.
I thought I was supposed to get them from Zion, and then Ryan told me he bought them from someone else. So then I was like, oh, well, never mind. Then I'll ask you guys.
Yeah, dude. So. I got you. I can hook you up. But yeah, we got into making risers. We designed a little design on the computer and just started printing them up. I was thankful one of my other vendor friends from Fresno kind of let me, he had a Zion case, so he let me trial and error with him.
Oh, nice.
Kind of doing it a few times.
You
so I
have a
appreciate
Zion
him.
case now, right?
I do now.
Okay, I was wondering. I'm like, I swear I've seen
We leveled
blue,
up,
right?
Yeah, we leveled up.
I love it.
We leveled up. And that's one thing I will say too, that was a big achievement this year, is I was like, man, I want a Zion case.
Same.
I was like, dude, everyone that has Zion cases, like, to all the vendors out there that watch this, like, you guys that have Zion cases, you guys attract the most people. Like, I see a Zion case and I instantly, as a buyer, I'm like, ooh, that's nice. And I want to go look, because just the case looks nice. Everything inside looks nice. Like those glass, the acrylic, they're never really scratched that bad if you have the ones that are propped up, or the people that have them propped up.
Yeah.
Like, they're never scratched that bad. The people that have them propped up take care of them.
I like, after seeing your blue one, I'm like, ooh, that's a nice one too. Because I have red, but your blue one,
I want to get a red one.
I like the red and blue. That's funny. That's nice. I wish they just would do every color, you know. I would do orange. I like orange. This is my favorite color. But
I think they just introduced gray, but it looks kind of white.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you've seen
nice.
it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I'll definitely check that out. But I feel like they could really do even better. Or if they, I mean, I'm sure they're doing great. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just like, man, give me an orange one. I just love orange. The red's cool, but I'm just an orange fan.
I feel that.
Yeah,
feel that.
That's cool. The Zion, did you bought it with money that you made from vending?
Okay, so I actually, Christmas time came around, and my grandma was trying to figure out what to get me, because she got me for Secret Santa. I know it's supposed to be secret, but my grandma, she wanted to ask me for what I wanted to get me, make sure she got me something that I wanted, right?
Yeah.
And so I told her, you know, I think I want the Zion, like a Zion gift card. And
nice.
I honestly didn't think I was going to get it. And then she comes and she's like, I got you this digital gift card to this Zion thing you asked for. I was like, oh, yes, dude, let's go.
That's
Literally
awesome.
that night, it was because they're having their December sale.
Yeah.
It's probably the best sale.
You get $50 off or no?
Yeah, it was like
That's when
20% or whatever off. And it's probably the best sale they'll do all year, besides like getting an affiliate 10% off.
Yeah.
But
$50 off is even more than 10%.
yeah, I think all in all, my out of pocket, I paid like $100 and something bucks for it.
Yep, my girlfriend bought me one for my birthday, because that's all I wanted, or Christmas or birthday, or no, Christmas, and then I wanted one too, or I wanted two, so I was like, I'll buy it with you, because we get, I think it was buy two get however much off, I don't remember.
Yeah, it was like a bigger discount off.
It was the best time you could buy them, and right now it's a little expensive, you just buy it by itself, but yeah, big deal.
Yeah,
I was like, yes, thank you, baby.
And I love it, dude. Every time I set it up, I'm like, man, this just looks so much better than before.
Yeah, and
so much better.
The other cases are nice and like they work and stuff, but once the top gets scratched on the other ones, other than the Zion case, it's just so, like, I remember I got this brand new one off Amazon. I was so excited, and I get to the show, and it was my second show ever, and I set down, or no, my third. I set down this case, and I just peeled off the stuff before I went, right? And I put this little white it's like a little box that has my sleeves and stuff in it, and I just barely moved it, and man, it streaked the whole top of my case for the whole day. It's like it's a real eyesore every time you walk up to it, and I ended up sending it back finally, but it's like they get scratched way too easy compared to the Zion, which don't.
Yeah, and like the cool thing about the
investment.
Zions is they sell, you know, the acrylic thing, so it holds it at the angle. And I know you have it, I have it. I think Ryan has them too.
Yeah, Ryan. At one point he wanted to do 9 in a row with us, because we do 3 tables all together.
Oh wow!
But I'm taking a different route now, only because I want to bring back the binder. But it does look cool when they're all lined up. They look awesome.
I will admit that, like, it does look cool, and like you'll get to see it on Thursday. We added a new feature to our Zion case, and I've told people when I was wanting to buy my case, like, this is what I want to do. Like, I'm gonna add these lights to it.
Lights.
I got the COB light, so it's like a straight bar that goes around rather than just a bunch of little LED.
Cool.
The nodes or whatever, the little squares.
You already tried it out and it looks cool?
It looks amazing,
really?
dude. I plug it in and it's just like,
How does it power?
I carry a ginormous battery bank with me.
That's a
every
good
show.
one too for vendors.
Oh yeah, another tip for
Power
vendors.
bank.
Power bank, dude. You will blow through your phone battery like no other comping cards.
Especially if there's bad internet or if it's searching for data.
Yeah.
It just drains your battery.
I'm like that, and it's just like, even if you're just having a busy day, like, you'll realize by the end of the day your phone will be at like 20%, and you'll be like, oh shoot, like, I need to charge my phone. Or like, there's been times I've been at a show and like, dude, my phone's at 20%. We got half a day. It's like, I still got more to go.
Exactly, yeah. Even on comping nonstop and just it goes quick. And if it's hotter in the room, it dies even quicker because it starts to overheat.
And like in the
that's
summer,
the worst.
It's hot.
That's one thing I started after summer last year, so I haven't got to experience a summer show yet.
Oh, man.
I'm not excited.
If you get unlucky,
because if they don't, because they've already not turned on the AC in a couple shows, and I'm like, and it's burning up. My camera dies half the time, or it'll overheat and turns off.
That's crazy. Yeah, and then
that's
in
when
the summer,
it's hot.
You'll see there'll be some shows that'll be in like some areas and some places, and
they won't turn on the AC.
It'll be hot,
hot and stinky.
Yeah, it'll be rough. Like you'll be sweating a lot and be uncomfortable the entire day, but
great.
It's the grind.
It's grind.
It's the vendor
we
grind,
signed
dude.
up for. Yeah, I don't mind at all. That sounds super fun. How many shows do you think you've done now? Like if you like an estimate, a rough estimate.
I'd probably say like somewhere around 30 or in the 30s now. Like we've done a lot of shows. Like I said, we really ramped into it in June. I think June I did a show every weekend after the first weekend, so 3 weeks in a row. And then August we did every weekend. Nice. September we did every weekend. October we did every weekend. Okay, November we did 3 weekends and we took a weekend off. And then December we really like dialed it back.
Took some time off.
Yeah. Because in December we went to visit my fiance's from Canada, so we went to go visit her family.
Oh, nice.
So I took some time off from vending to do that, and then kind of just Christmas too, like my family. I just didn't want to have to stress about doing a bunch of traveling and a bunch of spending more money into things that I should be spending more on my family.
And like presents too.
Exactly.
For them.
It's like I want to spend money on my family and my fiance rather than spending money on shiny cardboard right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you got 11 other months to do that all year.
Exactly.
And then what is it like collecting with your fiance? Like, was she always into Pokemon? And like, how did that like conversation come up when you guys met? Or like, how did you know you both were like into Pokemon?
Okay, so she actually just got into Pokemon this year.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
She played some of the games a long time ago. I can't tell you which ones exactly, but I know she played some of them.
And she'll be on a future episode. I'll have both in the future.
Yes. You guys will get to meet her, and if you guys have seen me at a show, you guys will
you definitely will.
Yeah. So she played a few games in the past, and we were watching the shows and stuff. Kind of once I started getting heavily back into it, like we were watching the anime, the cartoon.
Yeah, I love it.
We were just flipping through it, just watching it over and over again. And she vended with me, and she didn't know a lot of the stuff and like how it worked, and so she kind of just did more of the selling for me when I was busy like comping cards. Like she would just, I told her like, hey, like this is our margin, like you could take an offer within this percentage.
Yeah, nice.
But if you feel free to counter back at them too if you want, like if it's you want to, it's your thing, like you do your deals. Nice. So I was letting her sell stuff for me at the first few shows when she didn't have her comic stuff, and even when she got her comic stuff, I just told her like, keep doing your deal. Like, you know the drift, like, now. She's still, I'm trying to get her comfortable with looking. The hard thing is conditioning cards. She doesn't feel comfortable.
MP, LP,
looking
HP,
at all
damage,
that.
LP minus, near miss. Oh.
Yeah, it's so many different intricacies. Man. And so she doesn't feel comfortable doing that because she knows, like, I'm pouring, like, a lot of extra, like, whatever extra I have into this to try and grow it. Oh, nice. So she knows like we're really trying to grow this thing. She doesn't want to like try and pull us back if we make a bad purchase or something.
Buy something that's damaged in near mint. And I've done it.
Or even if she bought like a bunch of like stuff that's LP but comped it at near mint, like that might not seem like a lot in retrospect, but that's like that $5 to $10 each card will add up quick.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So she kind of just doesn't feel comfortable comping cards yet there, but she just does a lot of the selling. Like she's been getting like, we sell Dragon Scale cards and stuff, so she'll help with that. And she's really good at helping the customers. Yeah, we've been for a long time, actually.
Nice.
I would say in the summer, like 2 shows in, I reached out to them and was like, hey, like how does it work to become an affiliate? Like I'd like to start buying their product, and nice. They actually accepted us early on, and it's been kind of cool to have them as a partner with us from the very beginning.
Do you have a code?
Our code, I want to say, is honestly still my old code, so it's like JRC10. So if anybody wants to use that to get 10% off, JRC10. We also have Zion, but I would say go to my my account.
Zion, that's the one I was talking about the other day.
We just got recently
10%?
Yeah, we got recently added or accepted into Zion's
plug it.
affiliate program, and that one is, I would say, just to go to my profile and go to the link, because the promo code is weird.
Oh, gotcha. I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like my first name and like almost all of my last name. So
Gotcha.
I don't want to like try to confuse people with trying to do that.
Well, if you're looking for a Zion product, go to HamFams bio and
you can get 10% off.
Yeah, I mean, and that's probably the best you'll get until Christmas, unless you want to wait the whole year.
Exactly, and like I think it's cool, like us getting these little things, because not only, obviously it helps us a little bit, but like kind of helps everybody else out. Like it helps them out more than it helps me. Like I could tell everybody like we give 5% of the 10%. Like we're giving you guys more. And I try to bring, like, when we buy Dragon Scale guards, like I try to buy like as many as I can, like all the new colors, because I want to provide them to you guys. Like you guys love them. Everyone complains about paying $40 for graded guards when you could get a $10 Dragon Scale guard that looks identical, and it's just as beautiful. Like, sorry not to mess with the mic, but like, dude, we got a Dragon Scale guard here. Like, this looks fantastic. I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's nice. Pikachu.
Yeah,
I have that Pikachu in my personal binder at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we have this guy in the 9. Actually, I was just looking, because I don't check collector that much on my personal stuff to see what it's at, because it's like a investment kind of. I'm like, I don't want to really look at it, the dollar amounts.
I don't ever try to,
So I just look at it every now and again, and it was cool seeing that this card went up, bro. It went down for so long, and it's finally climbed back up.
That's an iconic Pikachu card.
Well, and it's like the 10 is, like an exorbitant amount, whereas the 9's like a fraction of the price.
Still to this day, like that just... Somehow they made it to where a 9 has like no value unless it's the older ones.
I'm surprised that more of the vintage 9s aren't worth more.
Oh, I mean, on some, I'm talking about like on some cards where it's like...
Yeah, I know the 9's like worth like still like a brand.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, I just don't get it. It's like, but even with the modern stuff now, it's like, if it doesn't get a 10, might as well break it out of the slab.
Yeah.
And now slab, just to get a grade, is $25. It's like another... This is crazy. Like, I wish it was back to where the 9 had a nice value. The 10 had a premium. 9 still had a little premium. 8 getting close to raw card, and then from there, just
and it's like
normal.
too, like, I don't know, like a lot of people complain about like modern 9s, like vendors will complain about selling modern 9s because it's like, oh, it's almost as much as the raw price. But if you look at some of the comps, sometimes the 9s are a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Like they're almost at that near mint price, or a little bit more than the near mint price. Like sometimes some of the 9s are near mint plus the grading fee. So sometimes it's like, okay, you're just kind of breaking even on that if you're the one that graded it. But if you buy it, like, okay, cool, that works for you, because now it's not like you're technically losing out fully. Yeah. Like, you have multiple options with that card now. You could break it out and sell it raw, or you can try and sell it as a 9. Because I've sold 9s too. People will, vendors will say, don't buy 9s, buy 10s only. And I've bought tons of 9s and sold tons of PSA 9s. There are collectors for 9s.
Oh, yeah, that don't want to pay the premium for a 10. And if you get a 9, there's a chance that it could have been a 10 contender. Crack it and send it in if you think it looks like a 10.
Exactly. Always look at the card again. And 2, like, if you know someone that's in the hobby that is like, this might be like a little, some people might find this controversial too, but if you know someone that can like clean and kind of repair cards a little bit.
I think that's perfect.
I seriously
as long as they're not altering
if you can pop a dent out of a card and bring it up from like a 7 to like a 9 or even a 10, like by all means, do it. Like, find someone that can do it for you, or if you can figure out how to do it yourself, do it. Because, man, that grading is where you'll find your biggest wins in Pokemon.
And it can help you, like...
It can help you grow your business, and if you're not even trying to do it for business or for, like, vending for fun or whatever, if you're not trying to grow a vendor pool, it can even help you grow your collection. Like, you could grade 10 cards, get 50% gem rate, and you could get a lot of cool stuff for your collection out of that 50% gem rate. Like, you could be not very great at grading cards and still have a cool collection, because you could trade those 10s into a lot of stuff.
And that card could have just 10 times what it was before you graded it. Like me, for instance, I took the Lugia last year somewhere around like $200 or $300, and then I got a 10 in it recently, and then I sold it for 9. So.
Wow.
But that's all going into my collection, or like back into my
stuff. The inventory,
so, yeah. And it just helps me grow.
Exactly.
Because I sent it in. It probably wasn't helping me grow sitting on my desk for 5 months, but
Hey, I think if you talk to any vendor though, that's not like doing it full time, all of them will say, "I have a stack of cards on my desk at home that I need to grade."
Great, I have a new one yet.
I have the same thing at home. I think I have 10 cards at home.
Why do you think it is that we just don't just send it out and get it started? You think it's like something that everybody just wants to put 10 at once or something?
You would think so, but like, man, I've had so many sitting on my desk, and my contemplation is actually shipping them. Like I'm actually scared.
Scared of shipping them. That makes sense.
Like all I hear are the horror stories now of like people's stuff getting robbed, and like PSA is not gonna cash you out for the actual value of the card. They're just gonna give you
like whoopsie, it never got to us.
Yeah, they're
or
just
if it doesn't make it to
insured, whatever they think the insured value of it is,
which is insane.
So if you thought that was a 10, you lost on a lot of. What is that called? Like relative value, kind of, or expected value. Yeah. Kind of what you knew you were gonna get if you kind of thought that was a 10 like card or 10 contender, and you send that in, you're like kind of hoping you hit that 10, and then it's like it disappears. It's like, okay, like now I just lost out not only on the 10 contender, but I lost out on the $200 or $300 I spent on that card.
Exactly, and then you could have had it in your You
could have sold it raw. Yep. And never dealt with that issue. Yep. So that I think for me, that's where I sit. And that's what I'll tell people is just the shipping thing scares me.
And then you could do drop off, but like Ryan just dropped off some back in November, and it's just now in the grading phase, and that's been like 4, and that was from dropping it off.
I hear horror stories about dropping off too, dude. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely. I feel like it's just a risk grading all in. Like I feel like it's just your cards are safe on your desk. Not. I mean, it's just like you just never know. You send it out. Some people have horror stories. Some people have great. Me, I've done it twice now. I've had great success. Great experiences from it. 2 out of 10 both times for 10. So not the best gym rate, but we're getting better. I feel like most 9s, obviously, but. Yeah, it's just... it's
getting harder too, the parameters and stuff for grading are getting a lot more difficult. And, I think a lot of people don't take into account how hard you actually have to look at the card and analyze the card. Because not only, do you need to do it, but someone else is going to do it too that's got probably a 10 times better eye than we do that does it every day.
It's microscope thing and like lights and gloves and so I realized that in my last submission.
I'm starting to realize too, like if I want to get better at grading and getting more into like trying to find those ways to generate a little bit more, I want to invest in like a little microscope for viewing because like they're not that crazy on Amazon.
Dude, you can get one also. I've seen this guy I follow. He's from Australia. I don't know if you know who's one. And he has this like it's like it would be like the light that we have right here, the same size as a monitor, and it shows up on the monitor, and it's like he's microscoping into it or whatever, but it's just like a live feed, and it's just so
That's
cool.
exactly what I'm talking about.
You could see the little dirt smudges.
It's like you put the little thing, the card under it. It looks like a little microscope, and it has a little LED screen or LCD screen on it, and you can kind of see what's on it while you move the card.
Yeah, and then clean all the smudge and see stuff that you wouldn't see to the human eye, obviously.
And whatnot in the hollow.
Yeah, those videos are satisfying to watch for some reason.
Yeah,
I watch all of them.
Like I don't know if you watched what's his name, Pokemaster Center. The dude dresses up like Giovanni all the time.
Oh no, I haven't seen
okay.
I've seen a video about that guy. I just recently saw that, but I've never seen his videos.
Yeah, he does a lot of videos of like the fixing and repairing cards and stuff.
Oh,
and
nice.
Popping out dents and changing. It's mostly vintage cards, that they're dealing with, but. He talks about like taking something from like a 6 or a 5 to like a 7 or a 9.
Oh, nice.
Like bumping it
Upgrade,
up a lot.
Oh, nice.
So I think that content's really interesting and something like I think in the future, us getting more into it, we might start looking more into trying to do.
At least with mine, I'm 4 for 20. I should probably, maybe look at it a little bit better.
Get a little light, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like I did do that, but then every time I get them back and then I look at them again, I'm like. But maybe I'm learning from as the months and months go by.
But too, it could be too like when they get shipped, something happens, or when you put it in the sleeve, like or in the card saver, like you might not have realized when you put it in there you slid it a little too much, or you hit a corner.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors that go into grading, but it can really pay off if you get those 10s.
Yes.
So, the exciting topic, the very next one. Jayden here is going to be hosting an event on... I'll actually let Jayden tell you.
Yeah, so we're going to be hosting an event March 14th at American River College here in Sacramento. It's going to be from 10 to 5. I'm going to go ahead and put this out there, but we're hosting a Pokemon tournament as well because we have not only the main gym at American River College, but we also have the auxiliary gym. So we have a lot of space to work with. And I want to try and bring the community more together.
Oh, nice.
Because I feel like we've been to, I know you've probably been to a lot of local shows here, like bigger ones, and I feel like a lot of people don't offer the tournament part of it. So we want to offer that, and I've only been to like a few card shows that have offered tournaments. I think Monterey was the first card show I ever went to that offered it, and I was
it was a tournament in the back corner?
They had the One Piece tournament.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, because I was wondering, was it in the back corner behind me? Oh, I thought people were just back there ripping packs. I'm like, man, these people love ripping packs.
No, they were playing a One Piece tournament.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that was literally right behind me.
So I saw that. So kind of another thing that we've been doing with our show, and like I'm sure a lot of people that were vendors that become show hosts or become show promoters or however you want to put it, you kind of take a little bit of everything from every show you've been to, and you kind of want to...
You want to make an awesome experience for people.
Exactly. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take a little bit from all of the shows I've been to and the good experiences I've had and even the bad ones and try to, use those as a learning experience and kind of prep myself for situations and stuff because I know, not everyone is going to be happy with how things go and stuff. And that's just something we're going to have to deal with. And I'm kind of just prepping myself for that. And I'm wanting to make sure...
For the backlash, if it's slow, you mean?
Or? If it's slow, or if some people don't do as well as other people, I don't want people to be upset, and I want everyone to do well at our show. So I'm really, really trying my best to get as many eyeballs on it as possible, and trying to tell everyone that sees us at our table, oh hey, this is an event we're hosting. Obviously, I don't do it at every show because. Out of respect to promoters and stuff, I don't want to step on people's turfs or try to make promoters feel like, I'm trying to take their show away from them or anything.
Yeah, no, I totally know what you mean.
I want us to be in this space as, the community-driven people. We're here for you guys. We're here for the vendors and for the people. And I want to try and create an event that is not only beneficial to the community, but to the vendors. And I want everyone just to kind of have a good time with it and enjoy it. And it's kind of just cool. We get to have it at our community college. It's both where Natasha and I went to school, my fiance. And we both played water polo there. And, it's kind of cool to get to bring the community. The new it's like the new community we're in to the old community that we were a part of. And we're getting to drive our roots deep into a lot of... other communities that me and my fiance are a part of because we're still very big in the water polo community, and we've been fortunate that we get to coach kids.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
And so thankful to the club, to Confluence, they allowed us to promote within their club for our show, and we're allowing all the families, as long as they come in with some of their gear on, to get in for free into our event. So I'm wanting to drive, as many of those people over, and thankful to the club too. They're going to be promoting it to all the other clubs because they know, cool. The higher ups at the other clubs here in town. So awesome. It's kind of like we get to mesh our two communities all in one place.
Dude, that's really awesome.
It's kind of fun for that aspect, and ARC special to us, and I know a lot of people now, we're getting into talking to other vendors, and so many of them are like, I went to school at ARC. What the heck? Or,
my girlfriend, I think her brother went there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So. I think there's 3 or 4 or 5 vendors that I've talked to that have signed up for the show that are all oh yeah, I went
hometown.
I went to ARC, back in this year or whatever, or I'll talk to customers or people that are prospective to come to our show, and they're like, man, you're hosting a show at ARC, I went to school there. And it's cool, it feels like we're getting to bring back all those people kind of back to that place.
Yeah, because usually, sometimes once you leave college, you kind of
forget about
most of the time don't go back. Yeah. So that's a cool way to go back. Because I feel like even if you you drive by your elementary school, or I don't know if you do, but you think of all the memories and stuff, and man, wish there was a reason I could stop by there, because most of the teachers have come and gone, or principals new or whatever, and then that's a good reason to come back. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
A little nostalgic. for the people that obviously went to American River College. I think that'd be pretty cool.
And it's cool, I think, for the community too, like the Carmichael community and Sacramento community, because I don't know, I'm not going to say 100% confidence, but I don't know if anybody's hosted a show at a community college. So at least in this area, so I would say we're the first to do that here in Sacramento, and I'm really, really trying hard to not only get like ARC's campus involved, but like I'm trying to go out to the other campuses and get those kids to also be looking at our event and come to check it out.
Do colleges have Pokemon clubs too, or no?
So actually, ARC I do know has a Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go.
I don't know if they have a club per se, but they do have a community. And I know when I went there, I was a part of that community.
Oh, you were? Oh,
used
nice.
to run around a lot. And,
that's cool.
Shout out to the Folsom Pokemon Go ambassador.
Yeah, nice.
I think his name's Travis.
Yeah, I met him.
He actually linked me up to the ARC, the guy that runs the community there.
Oh, nice.
And so now we're hopefully going to get a lot of those Pokemon Goer community.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's a really good guy. He was like security for... well, not security, but I think maybe it was security. Right next to the door with you guys?
He was just ambassador. Yeah, he was just talking about Pokemon Go, trying to get more people into playing the game.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, he's super cool, and I appreciate him too, and kind of gonna go into that here in a bit too. I appreciate another person a lot for helping us, but Travis was very, very instrumental in getting us connected with the Pokemon Go community and those people. And I appreciate him for, without asking, he did that. Like, I didn't go to him and was like, hey, like, can you connect me to the ARC guy? Like, I told him my show was at ARC, and he's like, oh, I know the guy. Like, I'll give you his contact. Like, I'll get you guys connected. And sure enough, like, the next show I saw him, he was like, hey, like, you should be receiving a message from the guy that runs the ARC community. And then at Project VSC2,
he texted you?
The guy came to the event because it's close to ARC, right?
Nice.
So he came to the event, and I got Travis introduced us, so I got to meet him, and
cool.
We talked a bit more in person and stuff about what we're doing and what he can do to help us kind of too. Yeah. So that was cool.
That's why you should be a nice vendor.
Yeah,
I meet nice people, and like even if, like you said, you didn't ask him for help, and he was also a nice person and just wants to help. Yeah, be nice to everybody.
I seriously will agree to that 1,000%. Is if as a vendor you need to be nice to everyone, because that will pay it forward 10 times later down the road. I think if you decide you want to grow it to be bigger than you, then yeah, it'll definitely pay 10 times forward if you're just nicer to people and you genuinely try to talk to them and get to know them or bond with them a little bit if they're trying to talk to you and get to know you. I definitely think that has paid dividends in our
mine too.
Vending career. I'm sure for you too.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
I know for other people it has as well. Like just being.
But we're also being on it. Like we're just being ourselves, and like it comes naturally. I feel like
exactly, and I think people know like I'm not in this to make money. Like I'm in this for fun. Like kids will come up to my table and like I tell my fiance all the time, like I cook myself for kids. 90% of the time, if a kid comes up to me and wants to trade, like I told you earlier about taking in a bunch of IRs and ARs that are under $10. I'll have a kid come to me and try to trade me like for a $50 card in my case, and I'll take I'll take market for market like that, or I'll talk myself down to like 90% and cut them a deal and still do market for market. Like, so I'm not ripping the kid off. Like I try to, and that's what I tell all the kids and the parents. I'm like, I'm gonna make this as fair as possible for you and for him, because I want him to like have a good experience here, or her to have a good experience here at the show. Because honestly, at the end of the day, like, this is a kid's game and it's kind of meant for them and not for us. So if we can kind of if we want this to keep growing and wanting the booms to keep happening, we have to spark that within the younger generations. Yep. So us as vendors, the nicer we can be to kids and to people, the more that Pokemon will grow and continue growing, not only like in our community or in California, but like across the states. Because I know every vendor, tries to do right by children. Yep. And I think most. And I think that's something that like I think all vendors should definitely do, is be nice to kids, because if you're scamming a kid, like there's something wrong with you. And I know I hear about it all the time too.
Me too.
Not on Instagram, but like even in person, and it's like crazy. I'm like, yeah, you need to go talk to that person, or we'll go talk to them for you, and kind of resolute the situation, because there's no reason to be doing that stuff.
Nope, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, and then the kids are like the generations to come to have more kids and like keep it going.
Keep Pokemon.
If it dies with us, then I mean, like there's gotta be another generation to keep it alive. Exactly. We can only be here for so long.
Exactly, and it makes me happy when we see tons of young kids coming to the table. Like even if it's just
I love it.
Playing with our fidgets. Like, dude, I'm happy by that. Like if they sit at my table for 10 minutes and play with the fidget toy we have that we 3D printed, I'm like, this is cool. Like this is wholesome. Like this kid came and just wanted to come chill. Like I have little kids come and chat it up with me and Natasha and just sit there and play with a fidget toy.
Yeah,
that's all they want to talk about.
Well, what has been out of all your shows, like do you have one like favorite memory so far?
Oh man, so I'd say my favorite memory would have to be,
it could be big or small.
Yeah, my favorite memory would have to be this most recent Project VSC show. Oh, really? VSC 2. It was kind of special to me because when we announced our show and started planning and getting in the process, I actually reached out to Joelle kind of for some guidance and some mentorship, kind of in a sense, for how to do things properly and how to do it, efficiently. And I see what he does for the community, and I want to do right by the community too. And so I reached out to him to kind of see if he could help me with getting ideas of like how running a show works, because we've never done this before. We've just been to a bunch of shows, so I understand from a vendor perspective, but
show up and that's it.
Yeah, but from a promoter's perspective, like I don't know. Like I know obviously like I have to run ads, I need to put flyers, I need to go be in the community, like deep in the community as much as possible, and like all this stuff. But I felt like Joelle gave me another depth of like questions and answers I had to provide that I didn't think about in the initial process. And I appreciate him so much because he allowed us to come in and actually help with setup of VSC 2.
Oh, so you get like a little...
I got a glimpse of like what it's like to,
Of like from scratch to
throw in a show. Like he pretty much showed us like, okay, this is what the space is like. This is, laying out tables, and, we talked about, different layouts, things to think about, like going into our show, because this is stuff that he's thought about with his shows and stuff, and what we should take from that.
Nice.
And so, shout out to Joelle, Project Villain TCG. I know he got shout out last show.
Oh, hey, we'll shout him out every single show. If the guest wants to, he deserves it.
Yeah, he's the man, dude. I appreciate it.
We get to hang out with him tomorrow too.
Yep, I get to hang out with him tomorrow, which is cool, at his pop-up February 19th.
Constellation Collective. I'll be there too. I said I was going to do no shows this month, which I say every month, but it's just like seeing all the stuff, and I have a lot of inventory. I just want to, even if it's a small Thursday night, if I can be there, I want to be there.
That's what I'm
saying. And I like hanging out with everybody. Like that's my favorite one to hang out. Constellation, the owner, Anthony, the people there, Joelle, Sam, you guys are there.
And I say Eileen too. I think that's...
Which one?
She's the...
Anthony's wife.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Eileen. They're workers. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but they're all just... That place is honestly like... Because I had a favorite card store when I was younger in my hometown, and it closed down, but that's the first one that I've been to that feels like homey, or like they just feel so welcoming compared to like... There's some stores you walk into and they're just there for you to give them your money and then get out.
Yeah.
They don't want to talk to you. They don't want to get to know you. Yeah. Constellation, they're great.
Yeah. So. It's cool. It's awesome. And kind of retracing back to earlier in the video when we said I was doing more Sacramento-based shows, we kind of started doing that at the turn of the new year, more so we could pour more into our show. Kind of retracing to that and going back to like we want to provide as much as we can to you guys, to the vendors, to the community. I just want to be able to pour as much as I can from my end into it, so I can, I know I'm probably still not going to be happy the day of, or things, whatever stuff's going to happen.
Hard on yourself.
I'm going to be hard on it, and I already know that's going to happen, but all I want to do is just make sure like people are excited about it, and it makes me happy, like preparing for our show, like hearing like vendors and people like come up and they're like, they see our logo and they're like, HamFam, they're like, you're the people throwing the show at ARC.
Yeah, nice.
Like, you know, we're so excited for your show coming up. Like, you know, we got it in our calendars. Like, I have people coming up and showing me their calendar.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
they're like, I have it marked in my calendar.
Oh,
I'm like, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the feedback from like vendors and stuff, like, man, like everyone is just seems so excited for the show. And it's just unbelievable to me because I, in the beginning, was really like, whew, like this is going to be hard. Like,
yeah. Well, obviously you're putting pressure on yourself, and I wanted to say like for you because like I'm obviously excited for you guys to host the show, and I'll be there. But like for me, like it's your first show. Just as like the person I am, like in my expectation, I don't have any expectations of it being super crazy, super like it's your first show, so most of the vendors that are going should just be there to like support no matter the outcome.
Yeah.
That's how I think most should be. So like I know you're like stressed about or like not stressed or like worried about it, but I feel like if any vendor knowing it's your first show, any sort of like complaints or like they're probably not in it for the right reasons. And that's like I know that's for a fact would be the right thing because it's like it's your first show. No one knows how it's gonna go. I'm sure Joel's first show, like you know, maybe a few. I remember Poke Party. They did their first show and they were just. Have you ever seen them? Poke Party 916.
Mm-mm.
They've only done one show, but like it turned out. I mean, kind of good. It just a little slow, but you can't expect much. It's the first show.
Yeah.
And like people, maybe they want to see a rapport of a couple shows in, and then they'll go. Or So I think you guys will do good. I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for it, and I know like it's gonna do like okay, but I'm just I want to make sure everyone's happy and stuff.
And that's good.
The turnout is.
That's good by you, but still, they shouldn't. No one should give you a hard time for it. If anyone does, just know like maybe you wouldn't even want to invite them back the next time. It's just the first show, you know what I mean? Like you can't have like not you. You can have high expectations. You're putting in the work for it. But I'm saying like as a vendor, knowing that someone's first show, like we should just be supportive and like it's just a fun time, hang out with the friends, and it should be fun.
And like one thing like I like really wanted to try and do, and like I'm trying to show my face more like at more community events at different stores and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
I like that. I like the edits too.
Yeah, so like my fiance, I'm sure you guys have seen her videos too if you guys have been on our page, but she wears Meta glasses, and it's kind of a new addition into the new year. And also into the new year, I'm going to take no claim to media because my fiance has been pretty much running my Instagram.
Oh, nice. A little jar drop and Franny.
Yeah, so nice. she pretty much does all the media for me now. So I know we'll probably get into a question later about roles and stuff, but her main role now, I would say, is definitely media. She has been killing it on making all of our flyers, our marketing,
that's cool.
Making all the videos. She takes all the videos. If I take a video, she edits it.
She's like, no, let me see it.
Yeah, and like she's just better at it. Like I don't have that creative eye as good as she does with that stuff. Cool. So I'm thankful that she took over because
it's like
now
a perfect team.
Yeah, now we get to pump out more content, so it's nice. And it's like we've been putting out way more than we did before. I was posting maybe 10 times a month, if that.
Barely.
And now it's like I'm posting like every day, if not
you're
every
posting
other day.
a lot more. And I want to shout out all my other friends too, because there's quite a bit of them that are like grinding right now and like posting a lot and like just keep it up.
Yes, and I agree with that. I definitely think like that's one thing I slacked on that I wish I took more buy-in into is I wanted to build a social presence and shout out to the community for getting us to 1,000.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It's pretty awesome to have done that in less than a year of our inception of our brand. Awesome. So that was kind of another goal for me into the year when I started vending was like, how fast could we get to 1K?
Pretty quick.
I was like, how fast could we do this? I was like, I think we could do it before. My goal was December
of last year or this year
of 2025.
Oh, no. I want to get. Wait, was it in 2025 or
no? We did it. We just did it.
Right?
Yeah, we just did it recently.
It's still.
It was close though, and I'm happy. I'm so like thankful and proud. But like now it's like, okay, what's the next goal?
Next goal is hosting a wonderful show for the community.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing that, and it's like other stuff for more of the TCG brand and the vending side of things. Yeah. It's like I wanna grow that to more.
I have a question in this side track, and I didn't include it in this, but so let's say after your first show, are you wanting to do more shows? or like a monthly basis, or you still want to not announce it yet? It's totally fine.
So we want to do more shows. Definitely 100% want to do more shows. I mean, obviously, I want to gauge it on how the first one goes.
Yeah.
If we do well, I mean, the vendor turnout so far and the reception we have, I have no doubt that it's going to be a pretty decent show. I mean, we are turning into, what is it, the last month before we just passed the 14th.
Not even a month ago.
Not even a week ago. So we're getting into the last, we'll say 4 weeks-ish, 3 weeks-ish. Yeah. And we are at, I want to say 80% capacity of our vendor tables.
We're going to change that.
So yeah, to all the vendors that were even thinking about doing our show, I would lock in as quick as possible because everything is filling up fast. And every day since February, it's been insane to open up my form. Like I have the form, right, that I created for the show, and see the response that every day we get a new response. If not like cool. 2 responses. So it's like, okay, we're getting a lot of applications in now.
That's cool.
So if any of
we'll max it out. I promise. I want to help that max it out. That'd be cool.
And I appreciate that. I know, like Ryan too. He said like he's gonna do what he can to help us out too.
And we just feel really bad about the East Bay thing too. Besides, that's not why we're doing a show, but I'm saying besides, like that was but it's like another thing. Like you learn so much from this, and that's something we just learned when it comes to like group chats and coordination and stuff. And this is kind of like a side note that we're talking about, but like we learned from it, and like everyone, like not everyone was happy with it, but now we can, for the future, make sure we're way more coordinated. You know what
Yeah, and that's like the whole thing. Even with like throwing a show, it's like there's a lot to it. There's a lot of layers, and it's the same thing when you're taking a group of people to a show. It's like there's a lot to it, and it's like not only are you relying on that person to be there and to do their stuff, but it's like they're kind of like representing someone else too.
Exactly.
Because we were trying to group buy, like for reference, we were trying to group buy some stuff, some tables, and so if one of us couldn't make it, then that kind of messes up the entire group if we already committed to it and said we were going to do this. And so that's kind of the things you have to take into account as a vendor too when you're thinking about joining up with a bunch of friends and doing stuff. There's got to be some planning and stuff involved where everyone's communicating in like a list or something needs to be done. So
one person needs to do it, and that's where we kind of. I didn't know like it'll be perfect for the future though.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. It'll be
we're
perfect.
Stoked to do more shows with Adam and Ryan.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah, we want, and I wanted to kind of talk about this in this video, but we want to like make a team, and actually there's gonna be a question here in a minute that's from like I posted a thing for you to answer, and but yeah, I want to build a real. Because I feel like when you surround yourself with good people and people with the same goals and aspirations, whatever, you're more likely to achieve them or reach them or stay consistent because you're around like-minded people. But I just want to not make a team, kind of like a team, but more like a group of friends and people that are just all have like the same goal and just only not saying let anyone into it, but like anyone that's just really working for it. You know what I mean? Working and just wants to help others succeed or succeed themselves and just consistency. Yes. And I'm excited for the rest of the year.
I can hammer on that with you. Consistency is key in this game. Like if you want to grow or be big in the space, like you gotta post frequently, regularly. You gotta have a schedule, and that's something that like as a vendor and as a person, you gotta kind of like figure out how that works in your schedule.
You just gotta make it work. If you want to do it, obviously you don't have to, but if you want to really take it serious, and you gotta make it work.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then what is if you could if you could just one thing, like maybe a vendor watching this, maybe they're already a vendor, maybe they want a vendor or something, if you just could tell them one thing, like a personal advice or something, maybe even minuscule, small, big, just one piece of advice that you could give them and that could help them become a vendor, being a vendor, what would it be? Just one helpful piece of advice.
One piece of advice.
It could be anything from penny sleeves to like just something maybe you'd think maybe they wouldn't know.
This will be a piece of advice, and I've given this piece of advice to multiple people that have come to me as patrons or clients, however you want to word it, customers, come up and are like, I want to, like, how did you get into this? How do you do this? And it's like, you know, I always tell them, I'm like, I look at their binders, I'm like, dude, you have the inventory. Like, this is better than what I started with right here most of the time. Like, I started with nothing really. And that's why I tell them, I'm like, you know, just this right here is enough to get you going and to kill it. Like, just go do it. Like, just try it. Like, take the risk, pay the $100. Like, fine. Like, luckily now, like, when we, like, probably when you first started too, there was not a lot of cheap shows. Like, it's like 150
Mine was Westgate for my first show.
Yeah, it's like $200, is it not? Or more. I think it might be a little more.
125 a day.
Yeah, and then plus
3. It was expensive, yeah.
Plus travel, so.
And I didn't even go Sunday. I slept in because I did so good my first day. Not so good, but for me, I was so exhausted. 2-hour drive. I made a lot of money, and I'm like,
I'm good.
I woke up the next morning. I'm like, oh my god, I'm not driving that. I'm too tired.
Yeah.
It was my first show, and then I learned from that. I'm like, I already paid for the vendor fee. I should have just sucked it up and went.
Yeah, and that's how I
paid
am too.
for it. I couldn't just pay for a day on that one. So.
And that's how I was too. Like when we went to Monterey, I told you we went to Monterey, and we're pulling into the convention center parking lot, and I look at Natasha, my fiance. I'm like, "Did you load our briefcase with like all of our cards in it?" And she was like, "I didn't touch it." I was like, "Oh, I didn't load it either." So we had nothing of value, pretty much. We just had binder cards, which our binder is like $10 or less cards, and 3D printed stuff and comics. That was all we had. And we made it out of that show breaking even with travel costs and everything.
Oh, really?
And well, I was happy with that because I went to we went to a show in Reno, and this is like another thing for newer vendors too. If you're newer, do not do a travel or overnight show for your first show because that is a lot of overhead right off the rip. We did our first travel show was Reno, and I thought, yeah, this is going to be good. I didn't look too much into it. That's another thing. Look into shows. Look into location. This show was propped that it was in Reno, and it was like outside of Reno.
Oh.
And so no one was driving 20
Sparks?
minutes. It wasn't in Sparks. It was in Verde.
I think Canucks went to this one because I've heard about this.
And it was just not good. I spent I think like $200 for the hotel for the weekend because we went for like a couple nights.
Yeah.
Because you know it's Reno, it's like a little bit of a drive, and I didn't want to like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like doing like, you know.
Especially after a long day of a show, you don't want to drive home and like if it's out of town, if it's a long drive.
But we did that, and it was like we went, and it was fun because we got to do it with our friends and stuff. But man, I learned so much about that show, and like, you know, just the traveling aspect. Like, there's a lot more to account for when you are doing business trips. So if you're a new vendor, do local shows, do something that's really affordable. And if you think table cost is too high, find a buddy. Or walk at a show, there's a vendor that you see has a little less inventory, you think. Like, talk to them. Say, hey, like, I want to start vending. Like, would you be interested in splitting a table? Because there's a lot of vendors out there that are really down to split tables with people because, you know, they also want to cut down on the cost of what they're having to spend because, you know, the lower the overhead, the better, like, potential you could have for a day.
I like that. And that makes me, I totally skipped this one, but as a host now, and you were a vendor before, what do you, and this is always controversial, and I could play devil's advocate, and I'm on both sides, but what do you think of the vendor fees for most shows, or some shows, other shows? Now hosting a show, do you understand it, or?
I can understand it to a degree. I definitely think a lot of people are in it to profit a lot of money because after I can't get too much into details about things, but like what we're paying and stuff, and what I've heard what other people pay and stuff, and what they charge for tables and the numbers and stuff. It is crazy to see how much some people are making because some people do like now being a host. I think because I'm very open to a lot of the other hosts about information in regards to our show. A lot of them have been open to me, so I've gotten to see, you know, what are people paying, so are their table prices justified? And I think some people definitely have very reasonable prices, very good prices, like not trying to toot nobody's horn, but like, you know, Project VSC, if you're new into the game, like
perfect
show. I mean, dude, he's charging like $100 a day for a table, like that's unheard of. I mean, the Project VSC2, I think was like 80 bucks a table.
80.
Yeah.
One day, right? Yeah.
Yeah, one day show.
Day.
It was a
One
Sunday
day,
show, but $80.
Packed.
Unheard of though, from like a vendor perspective.
Oh yeah,
for an actual card show, like a 50-table card show.
Yeah, and the only other one would be Fire and Ice, but they're 10
tables
small.
or 15 tables.
Yeah, 15
maybe.
Exactly. And it's Fire and Ice and Joel doing it for the community.
Yeah. And it's like,
that's
dude,
what
like,
we need.
Yeah. And I think now after running this first show, I definitely think going forward, I'm going to try my best to lean things out as much as possible and try to drive the prices down as best as possible. Nice. So that requires me obviously having to do more with the school and a little bit more back and forth with them going forward. But if this is successful, I do plan on having shows more frequently. I think we kind of passed over this a little bit, but I don't know if I'll get to the monthly point. I've talked about bi-monthly and quarterly because I don't want to lose the hype of our show. I think people that throw monthly shows, it typically starts to lose the feel, right? Because like you were saying, a lot of the same people go to the same show. And I don't want to feel the need to have to jump around Sacramento.
I like the way Pokestar does it. Like every month, it's coming. And they always have a theme for it. Yeah. Super, super nice. And I'm great friends with the owners or the ones that run it. And it's just like, I'm always looking forward to what day they're going to post for the month. Mm-hmm. And like, they just have a recurring theme and everyone's excited for it. Most same people go to it, but like new people always come to it too. Yeah. But it's always something to look forward to for each month. And same with now the way Joel's doing it. Mm-hmm. Always looking for. I'll be locked into both of them, both shows of those every month because I like what they're doing and I like the consistency. And then yours is gonna come, and then if you all align perfectly, maybe 3 weekends of the month are all taken for the rest of my year.
Yeah, so. I mean that's definitely something I want to work on. I mean I'm trying to.
Oh, and shout out Skylar from All World Cards. Yes. I don't know if you've ever done his. I love his too.
Yeah, I've done a few of their shows. But kind of what I was gonna get at, and like kind of like a shout out to like all of the promoters that like have been very open and talked to us, and also have been giving us advice and stuff going into it. I appreciate it like very, very much because we're kind of going into this blind. Yeah. So like a big shout out to Pokey's Art. I appreciate his wife. His wife was a huge help the last show. She came up and gave us gave me a bunch of tips because I was by myself. Oh, really? And at the end of the show, she was had some free time to come talk on Saturday. And she gave me a lot of advice that I will definitely take going into our show. And
oh, nice.
It's definitely some stuff I didn't mind, feedback and things that she gave me that I definitely am like, oh, okay, like this is stuff that I need to think about. Like maybe not this show, but the next one, right?
Nice.
So it's kind of cool, and I love that. So many of the promoters are very community based.
Yeah, like it's like I feel like you just talk to and I'm not here to start controversy or anything, but you could just talk to a host and get a vibe of what they're in it for, and not everyone's in it for the best reasons, and you could tell that. Like I've known you for since November now, and I get good vibes off of you and your fiance, so I know you guys aren't in it you're in it to help build a good community and host a great show. Joel, same. Pokey's Art, same. And it's just, I'll stop there. But it's just, I don't know. It's just, I can just tell you can just tell, you just I feel like just by their persona or whatever, you just know.
And it's the same thing with when you meet a vendor too. It's you can kind of just get the feeling of what kind of person they are just by talking to them and just chatting up a little bit about what you're into and the hobby that you're there for to support, right? That's kind of glaring sometimes, some of the people that are in the hobby.
This might be controversial and it wasn't on here, but have you had any, I'll be honest, I've had a horrible one, but have you had any experiences with bad vendors vending next to you with the whole show, or not a great experience?
Not vending next to, but I've definitely been at shows where I've experienced some interesting vendors where I'm
just walk away, please. Tell them. Or
in your head, you're just walking away.
Oh,
because it's me
there
walking around, just
really?
doing stuff. It's I don't know. It's I tried to be friendly with a lot of vendors and stuff, and it's I don't know. Especially when you are a vendor and other vendors know you're a vendor and they know you're going to come into, if you're coming to buy a lot of stuff from them, they know there's going to be a slight bit of negotiation involved. I don't appreciate when a vendor's we'll we'll negotiate, and then they're like firm at like 95%, and you're trying to buy like $800 worth of cards. It's like, dude, I'm about to spend like almost $1,000 with you. Like, could you work with me a little bit?
Yeah, 95%. That's like for me, like I totally understand what you're saying. For me, I just personally, I just don't walk around. And if I do walk around, I'm only hitting little binders for like $1 or $2 cards, just to avoid that.
Yeah.
And like maybe it's slower, but I'll just take in whatever cards come to my table, because I don't want to mess with vendors. I don't like. I like some vendors, but I can tell by talking to them like what it's just.
Well, it just frustrates me because it's like a lot of the times it's like I go to vendors that other people recommend to me, so it frustrates me when it's like
meet expectations.
Yeah, like I got recommended to go to a vendor, and it's like this is the deal I'm talking about. Like I was buying a lot of stuff from him, and like he wasn't wanting to budge from 95%. I was like, bro, like you can work with me a little bit. Like I know you bought these at 70, if not less. Like work with me a little bit on the price. Like I'm kind of spending a lot of money. You know I'm a vendor. Like I'm not expecting a discount, but like a little bit better than 95. Like 90, I'd probably be a little bit more game, or even like 85. Like I would love 85 or 87. Like let's meet in that like 85 90% range. Like I do that for vendors. Like vendors come to me and want to make a deal. Like
I feel like also with being such a big purchase, that if he was wanting to sell, like that is a very good purchase from you. Like willing to help him. If he's wanting to sell that, like me personally, I would rather just have, like, I'm sure you were recommended to him, so obviously you were going there knowing that he probably wants to sell stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Me personally, like if someone came to me and wanted to buy most of my stuff, I would just kindly say no, because I just like having inventory and I'm not in a rush. Just, you know what I mean?
See, and I don't mind it because this rotates back to the cycling
having
inventory.
stuff. Yeah,
I like getting new stuff, and I like being able to have because, you know, I'm sure you do the same thing. Like, I go in with a limited budget and do a show. Like, I take X amount of cash, and that's...
Every once in a while, I'll ball out and, like, anything
take a little extra.
So, or I'll just, like, I'll tell myself I'm not going to buy that day or whatever. And then everything I make from that day, if the right thing comes up, boom, just spend it right then. And I'm like... It'll be worth it.
Yeah, and that's always what I say too, and like that's like kind of like risk tolerance thing that we as vendors kind of have to build up is like
discipline.
You know, well that, and it's like okay, like you could say one day like I'm not gonna buy, but then that crazy deal comes across, or that crazy binder.
I feel like if you say you're not gonna buy that day, you're buying that day.
Yeah, someone will come and bring that binder with all those bangers, and you'll be like, okay,
like tomorrow I'm not buying. I'm telling you now, watch. Tomorrow I'm not buying.
But I can't say the same.
I know, but I'm sure you'll walk by me and you're like, oh, Adam, thought you weren't buying, and I'll be buying something. Because like you said, you just don't know. Like, someone like randomly tomorrow could wake up and be like, you know what, I'm tired of these Pokemon cards that I've had for the last 30 years. I'm going to go, let's see if there's a card show. And then they go tomorrow to where we're at, and they're like, oh yeah, I want to sell these. And like, that's a one and you just never, it's like, you never know.
Well, and it's like, dude, like, the thing that baffles me is just like 90% of the time, like people come up and like they don't negotiate. Like they're cool with the 70%. Like a lot of people know, like those are the like almost like the etiquettes of buying and selling. It's like 70%, 80% trade. Yep. Everyone knows, like those are the testaments to vending.
The new thing I've done this year is anything under like $5 or $10, I'll try to go a little bit lower, and I'll just ask them. But now that I'm bringing back the binder, I don't mind just doing 70%, because before, like recently, I wasn't like selling them anymore. I was just letting them sit here because I was mainly just doing the 2 cases. Once the 2 cases was full, they're just sitting at home. Yeah. So I have like 4 shows worth of smaller cards that I never like put out because I wasn't restocking the binder anymore. I was trying to get away from the binder, but total different plan now.
Yeah, and another thing to new vendors too, to that point, like, dude, if you don't want to have a case, don't have one. Just run binders. I know tons of vendors that run just binders. Just know, like, you are taking more of a risk, like, if you have a lot of high value cards in binders.
Oh, yeah, that's...
I definitely don't recommend that. If you could do, like, a small case or something for those cards, or just don't take them, that's probably best.
Always have someone with you. Jayden's lucky.
Yeah, I always have someone with me for the most part.
That's awesome.
I have like a forever partner, which is cool, in my business, which is awesome.
That's cool. That's really cool. So where do you see yourself? Let's say you go to sleep today and you wake up and it's 2030. Where do you see yourself from here to then?
We were talking about this earlier, and I didn't get too into the details about what I'm gonna do in 2030.
Yeah, I wanted to save it for this, so I want to hear.
So I think in 4 years I see myself having a shop.
Having a shop?
Having a shop.
Oh, wow.
I think I'll still be promoting shows. I still want to do that. I want to grow that. But I like having the local community feel. I've been fortunate to like run like a small like niche business before, and the communities that get built within like a small niche business are like pretty awesome.
Nice.
And like I said, I played Magic a lot growing up.
Yeah.
So I can, teach myself again how to do that and help with that side of things. But I think I do see myself having a shop. I think that is kind of the goal.
In Sacramento?
I don't know where, to be honest, yet.
Are you guys...
We plan on living here for probably indefinitely, but I just don't know.
Gotcha.
Like
Where
I told
you're
you
going.
what we were talking about prior to the show, prior to talking on this podcast, I was kind of going into the details. This is going to be a real controversial one, but I don't think Pokemon will stay here. I think we're going to bring down, like the value is going to come down a bit, just because normal market cycles, things happen, markets fall, and I just don't see, because the way things have climbed with Pokemon and how they climbed back so quick after a little pullback, it's just a little scary, I've never been a big investor person, but the little bit of investing I have done, this is one of those moments where you're kind of like, okay, we should definitely be a little paying attention on the edge of like what stuff's booming and what stuff's not, because you don't know what it could be like in 4 months or a year from now.
Exactly.
But yeah, kind of going into that a bit more, I definitely think at some point Pokemon's going to kind of die out a little bit. Not like, not going to fall off the market, but I definitely think we're going to see a reduce, and we're going to see product on the shelves, like everyone keeps saying.
Oh, like back in the stores again, like product. Again,
like we'll start seeing things again. I feel like more and more now, like you asked when I last ripped. I mean, I feel like more and more now I'm seeing more packs on the shelves, more boxes.
And do you think that's from, like, let's say, quotation, scalpers? Do you think that's from them holding the product too long and not being able to sell it anymore because maybe people are refusing to buy it at scalper prices? Like going on Facebook Marketplace to buy something, instead of doing that, they're just saying, you know what, I just won't buy Pokemon.
I think there are a lot of people that are doing that, but there are also
I was like, I'm not doing it.
But I also know there's a lot of people that are willing to wait just to find it at the store. And now that it's becoming more available at the stores, you're seeing more people just being like, I'll just buy from GameStop rather than buy from like such and such person. And GameStop's also charging exorbitant amounts on their stuff.
And that was another thing. If they reprint everything, if they keep reprinting, and let's say open up the new factory and print, there's a chance a lot of the big cards go down because everyone can get them.
At least in the sets that are currently being printed.
The one.
But too, like everyone keeps saying they're worried about this massive, print thing being done or print farm, but that's not going to be done till 2027. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is that what the ETA is?
Yeah, or even later. Like who knows how fully operational it is, and it's not. From what I understand, it's not 100% Pokemon. It's partial Pokemon and partial other card games that the owner of the distribution or the printing warehouse. They also print other things other than Pokemon, surprisingly.
Yeah, right. That's crazy.
But so I think we'll see more stuff on the shelves. I think in the future, I definitely think it'll be a little bit. Because 30th anniversary, obviously, I think is going to continue the hype and the drive. Going into this year, but I think definitely out of 2026 and into 2027 in the future, I think Pokemon will definitely take a little bit of a pull back.
Oh, really? Nice.
I don't think it'll be crazy, but I definitely think things will become on the shelves again because like you were saying, like more people aren't down to buy stuff from a scalper, and we're seeing more and more fake product too. Like I've seen fake 151 booster bundles now. Like that's going around.
Fake 151 booster bundles
going around.
I haven't seen that. Oh,
yes, it's a new thing. So I'm like, dude, everyone, like, if they're able to fake new sets, like, it's going to continue to keep happening. So, at some point, people aren't going to want to buy from third-party people. They're going to only want to buy from the source. So, Facebook Marketplace vendors are going to slowly start to lose their client base.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
I'm sure they do day by day. Like slowly, they just lose it unless they're getting the new stuff.
Mm-hmm. And then like another thing too, like I was talking with Adam before we got on the podcast. This is another controversial one, but I think so many stores are popping up that we will see a pop in how many stores are opening, and there will be a lot of closures of shops in the next few years.
Actually, kind of, I agreed with that one. When you said it, I do agree with that one.
And so that will also, too, in retrospect, free up a lot of product onto the market, because a lot of those people will need to move things around or shift products so they can pay off, whatever, or, clean slate themselves out of the exit of their shops. So I think you'll see a lot of stuff probably enter the market in that 3 to 4 year time frame when things slow down, because shops, like, it'll be like, I think, because Pokemon has gone up before and come down, the hype. I think it'll just kind of happen again, and then we'll see another boom when this younger generation,
when something crazy comes out.
Well, that, or when something like something crazy comes out, of this younger generation gets a little bit older, like some of them will probably re-spark it when they have money. Or even my generation, like we're getting to the 30s range where we're gonna have
you start making big money.
So that's where we're gonna be spending our excess money.
I feel like for most people our age right now, like somehow they're spending all the money on One Piece. That's gotta, like, do you think that is just like a thought, or like what do you think that is? Because some of the cards that are selling in that in like tens or whatever are already, they've only been out for a year or whatever, are already the same price as like some of the cards that have been out for 20 years in Pokemon.
I know.
Do you think that eventually do you think that's a bag holder thing, or it's like you just don't want to get caught holding the bag at the top, and then someone's going to get kind of like a pyramid scheme in a way. Someone's going to get left at the bottom holding it and not make any money, and then it's worth nothing. Or
I think that's what's going to happen, to be honest, with One Piece.
It's just too expensive, right?
Well,
isn't it just
that
crazy with the numbers?
I'm curious. I mean, a lot of the One Piece people, they're saying, because all the official Bandai shops now don't sell sealed products.
Yeah, they rip it open in front of you.
Yeah, so I mean, I know like all of the other card shops like LGS's and stuff are gonna be able to sell it sealed, but it's like, for how long is that gonna continue happening? Because if the official stores,
the official store.
What if they just start doing it at the warehouse before things move?
Or put a tear in it or something?
And like, how are things gonna go moving forward for them if they're already starting to do that?
Which is good. I wish Pokemon would sort of like. I mean, I know it's such a big company, and so it would be almost impossible.
And some shops do that. Some shops do require that if you're gonna purchase this here, it's gonna get
But then also at that shop, you're paying the scalper price at the moment too.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes.
I wish there was.
I was gonna say some shops too. I know do if.
If you'll open it right there.
If you get it and they cut the seal, they'll sell it at MSRP. But
That's
if you want to take it home, it's gonna be at whatever TCG player market price is.
Dang, that's actually.
And that's another thing I want to kind of touch over too. Is like, I understand the stores selling a lot of stuff like at a 10%, because they got overhead and stuff. But man,
rent, electricity.
The amount of stores I walk into that like the prices are just like really high is like crazy. I'm like, dude, like,
higher than market, or
like 120, 130% like at market. I'm like, wow. Like, I mean, like, I get it, because like I said, overhead, got to keep the lights on and stuff. But I'm like, man, like, you guys are gonna get the ones that are gonna get cut first, unfortunately, when this whole thing starts to happen.
Or they get someone like, I mean, for me instance, if I walk into a store and they're even higher than market price, I'm like,
I walk out.
I would walk out. I'm not.
I don't buy anything,
and I would never go back there again either. Yeah. And that's just, I mean, that's just who I am. I personally wouldn't support that, and I would just leave.
Yeah.
And I would never be back.
Yeah, so. Me either. I'm the same exact way.
Especially over market. Market's already unreal. Over market. That would just be crazy.
Yeah, and that's like the thing that I kind of like get a little frustrated with when we're buying stuff at the mark where the market is. We can pay a little bit more, or give a little more in trade here or there. Like, it's okay.
Yeah. So we have some questions for you.
Okay.
And okay. We got 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 questions. Oh, okay. Wow. 3 from the same so some people asked a couple of different questions and stuff. But while I was doing this, I was just looking at one of the break-ins. What do you think of all these break-ins with like everything? Like, or like, actually, we were talking about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, shout out to Sipping Games. I love their store. They're close to my home, so that's like what really scares me, is just hearing about the break-ins. And we vend there a lot. Project VSC is right across the street from Sipping Games, or across the parking lot.
It's crazy.
So that's just like crazy to me that's happening, and like all these break-ins. Like, like we were talking about, people cutting through walls, breaking through ceilings. Like, man, like, why?
Yeah, it's like, what?
And like the people that break into cars and steal inventory from a vendor, like, dude, good luck. Like, if you're selling slabs, you are absolutely royally like in for one, because a lot of those people track all the certs
Yep.
that they sell.
Yep. It's like, it's just, I mean, like, I don't know.
I will say, like, after every break-in I see that's like a local thing, or, you know, if it's someone's vendor's car, like I first go straight to Facebook Marketplace and start looking at Pokemon collections just to see if I see anything.
Oh, nice.
Or like with Sipping Games, for instance, they said a lot of Magic stuff got stolen. I just went straight to looking at like what's for sale on Magic just to see. Because if I can help in any way, I would definitely set up a deal and just
every single one. I'm like,
get that.
Man, I hope someone notices who it is or something, because it's just getting tiresome. It's literally every day.
Well, yeah, and it's sad. Like I don't know. Like, it's crazy that we as vendors can't feel safe going to shows anymore and doing stuff afterwards. Like, we feel like we have to do these elaborate, you know, maneuvers or whatever, or be way more vigilant on our feet about like
take 10, 15 different turns
before you decide to go somewhere, or even decide to go somewhere to eat, dude. Like, it's crazy. Like, I've never now more than ever felt worried about my house being broken into. And
I feel you. It's just in a PSA note, like a little side note, my collection ain't worth that much.
Yeah, honestly, same,
I'm
dude.
not like either.
I'm
mine
not
is
sit here
you're
saying,
better off taking a car or something off a dealership or something. Not mine. Like you, and good luck selling it. I already have trouble selling it.
Yeah, for real. Like, good luck selling any of my cards, because I know what all of them look like.
About every time I'm like, when they're stealing the singles, I'm like, man, that's what it also makes me think. Like, it has to be someone in the hobby, and like,
or knows enough.
Knows enough, or has, like, let's say a vendor in the hobby or another store in the hobby, and just, you know, they have a team of it, and then they just sell it through.
Liquidate it all quick.
Yeah, because there's so many ways to sell it. So, but like everything, they'll mess up one time, and they're gonna get caught, and it's gonna suck, especially if they get caught with. If it's the same people doing all these, or like team, or they're not gonna appreciate it. So Wild Jordy said, "When's my turn for the podcast?" You're probably either next week or the week after, and then just from here on out. Like February's been my busiest month. I'm very grateful for you coming. I really appreciate that. But from here on out, like, I'm gonna do one every week, no matter what, because once March comes, I just want to grind. February was a little busy for me. Took a nice break, but I just want to be consistent with the content, consistent with the podcast, and just keep it going.
Oh yeah. And a quick thing for Adam, I'm gonna give you a shout out, dude, for having us out here, or having me on your podcast, and allowing me to promote our show, and also you going out of your way and posting it yourself and promoting for us. Like, we appreciate it. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me.
Thank you.
Having me here too also means a lot. Like, episode 3, dude, like, we're the 3rd episode. Is crazy as heck to think, like, I get to be here in the inception of Adam's research. It's pretty awesome.
I appreciate it. I'm really appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. No, I appreciate it too, dude.
I like you and your fiance a lot.
No, and I love you and your girlfriend, bro. Like, we were literally just talking about how we should do more with you guys.
Yeah, that's so my girlfriend's only been to like one show, like, fully, and she got to meet you guys and talk to you guys both, and that's pretty cool, because she hasn't got to meet too many people. But we appreciate it.
But she's also a vendor. I don't know if you shouted her out, dude. She's a vendor herself, dude.
Oh yeah, she's
a beast.
She gets it. Yep, she's every show I'm been in, she's been in too. So we appreciate you guys too, and I appreciate you guys coming on and supporting it.
Heck yeah, dude. Of course, anything I could do.
Yep. And then definitely, like, even after this, you're already gonna see it, but sign up for their show if you haven't. If you've never been a vendor and you want to be a vendor for the first time, go to a show. Like, for them, for instance, it's their first time. Like, your first time, their first time, could be a good experience.
Exactly.
Probably the best experience, honestly.
Too, we've been vending for a while, and there are a lot of vendors that have been vending for a while that are going to be at our show. To any new vendor that wants to try it and come try our show, you can get a lot of tips and help from a lot of great people in this space,
and they're all
especially
nice.
In the Sacramento community. We have a lot of great people here.
Yep.
And most of the vendors we have coming to our event are Sac or Bay Area locals. So, keeping the Northern California strong.
I feel like real majority of them are all nice and, like, most welcoming, and, like, you just have a good time or good vibes.
And they also want to see you be successful, because, at the end of the day, like we talked about, you're successful, they're probably going to be successful. Or if they're successful, one day you're going to be successful.
Yeah, and if you didn't want people to be successful, he wouldn't be here on the podcast talking about how to be successful. You know what I mean? That's like I try to like I want people to realize that by like, yeah, he's hosting an event for the community and everything, but it's like you're telling them everything. You know what I mean? You're trying to help them as much as you possibly can.
Because yeah, I mean, I would love to see, as much as I love seeing a ton of new vendors come in, it also kind of is like, you know, as a vendor.
As a vendor, that's why I really wanted to,
but I'm
to
like,
bring it too.
You know, I'm so excited to get so many new people and new breaths of fresh air into the space because, man, it's cool because some of these people have insane inventories for their first freaking show. Like, wow.
Yeah, and then some of them think that they need to, like, they don't have enough. I like how you said that.
Dude, I see some people and they don't think they have enough inventory and they got bangers, like they got heat in their case, like they got like multi-$1,000 cards. I'm like, dude, I don't even have one of those.
Yeah, one of their slabs is equal to my whole collection or something. Or
that's what I'm saying.
I see that all the time. I'm just like, oh, if you got rid of that card, you could easily have enough to just.
And the crazy thing is, most of them didn't get into it and bought that recently. Like it's something they had.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So it's like they're crazy. In that so good.
Yeah. Linda, who does the crafts.
Yes.
Okay. Linderps said, "What are some tips or tricks?" You just do one because we kind of already went over this. But what are some tips, tricks you either saw vendors do or they told you about that you adopted to you?
Okay. So tips or tricks. I'd say another really big
good one too.
Tip is definitely have things set up to make your day as efficient as possible so you're not fumbling through different apps or resources to sell things or buy things or because like one thing I did in my first show is I just took screenshots of all my QR codes for all my payment services and just had them on my gallery so I could just jump to it real quick and show them. But definitely I printed something out and that's the best way. Like if I could recommend anything to a new vendor when they're doing deals, like that helps reduce time a lot when you're trying to manage, because sometimes you'll be at an event and you'll have so many people at your table where you're trying to manage multiple deals at once. And
you gotta go to the photo album.
Exactly. It's like you're doing a sale, comping cards to buy, while also doing like another transaction over here. So it's kind of like you gotta be prepared for that. And you know, as crazy as it's going to be, just keep your head straight and just kind of like do what you got to do. Do your due diligence is still like, you know, if you don't feel comfortable with buying a card, like if you and the customer, like the person bringing you the card can't agree on the condition or a price, be okay with them walking. It's not that deep.
Yeah. And
something like, better will come later.
Yeah, there's millions of that card out there too.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because I've had so many situations where I've felt like I needed to kick myself in the butt or something for not buying a card, but we couldn't agree on condition or something. But then 2 weeks later, that card comes back to my table in near mint or LP, like a vintage card, maybe LP. Yep. And, you know, I'm way happier in that sense because I'm glad I just didn't buy the card or agree to something I didn't feel comfortable buying. Because you guys as vendors will come across too, you'll have discrepancies with customers on, or, you know, other people coming up on conditioning of cards sometimes. And if you are selling something and you conditioned it something, that is your discretion. So don't let somebody come and tell you, you know, because it's got this little white dot in the corner, that is LP, because a lot of the times it's not.
It's still near mint.
Even a 9, actually all the way, for a fun fact for people, I want to say down to an 8, it still says this is near mint on PSA.
Yep.
So, and an 8, typically they have a white dot in a corner. So that is not LP, that is near mint for a lot of folks out there.
I still like have issues with this to this day. Like I've kind of finally put it to the part where I just like, I have this concept in my head of what it is or whatever. And I'll tell them, I believe in my head that this is what this is. And I'll give you the price based on what what I just said. And if you like it, you can take it. If you don't, I'm sorry, but that's what my chart says in my head. And that's what I'm going to turn around and also sell it as LP or MP or
exactly.
H. Like if it has a big dent or a crease, instantly I just say damage. Because I don't want to deal with the conversation that I'm going to have when the person maybe wanting it going, oh, this is... Or, well, if it wasn't damaged, but I had it at MP and it's damaged. They're like, this is damaged. And I'm like, well, that's why I wrote damaged.
Yeah. And it's like, don't pay attention. Like if you're a new vendor, pay attention to people wearing badges, because those people, other vendors, walking around the show, because those people are typically the biggest sharks in the room.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. Oh, that makes. I never thought about that.
I've been next to
I just kind of know all of them, but
yeah, I've been next to people that they didn't pay attention, and someone kind of
swindled them.
Well, not swindles them, but just buys a lot of stuff from them and negotiates really hard on them, and they're like a newer vendor.
Oh.
So they're like just excited because they're doing a big deal.
And don't realize that they're probably
losing more opportunity costs at the beginning of the day.
Yes.
Because I've been to some other shows where I sold out early on, and I kind of regretted it because I did it at like a percentage when I should have just.
My buddy Alan did that, and he's the next question.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So that's something.
But he still won. He did
We're still
profited.
Up.
Yeah,
we're still up at the end of the day. It's just if you're trying to maximize your how much you can keep investing back into it with what you're making on it, you kind of have to be willing to make those deals every now and again, like we talked about for inventory cyclage. And not only that, it's like if you feel as though you could sell that for 100%, then keep it. Sell it for market later down the road. Someone will come. You'll go to a show. Someone will buy. I've bought stuff that I didn't think would sell as quick, and sells.
One day they're like, "I'm looking for this." So,
dude, I mean, one of the last shows I was at, I bought it knowing it would sell, but I didn't think it would sell that quick. I bought the Team Rocket's Mewtwo from Destin Rivals, the SIR. I bought it and sold it in the same day.
Oh wow! Yeah,
and I was not anticipating to do that, but there's moments like that where it's like I'm thankful I bought it because it was like I was thinking about it forever, but luckily the person that bought it was someone I knew, and they kind of prioritized my offer and came back to me. Yeah, another thing too, vendors, if you're nice to people, people will be nice to you, and they'll prioritize your offer over a lot of other vendors' offers, especially if you tell them, hey, this is my offer, go shop it around. Sometimes they'll go shop it around, and if no one comes a lot significantly higher, I've seen people come to me and negotiate to that number that they already got offered or somewhere in between.
Yeah, and that's another good thing for vendors. Also, if you do the same thing with your customers, so that you eventually become your friends and like come to see you at the shows, if you do good business with them and like you treat them well and kindly, they're gonna come back and do deals with you first before just going to a random vendor.
And to add on to that, word of mouth is huge in our business. So you do that for one person. You give some parent's kid, a cool card. You hook them up on a deal. You best believe the next show, if they're there, they're probably going to bring their friend, or someone's going to come and say, hey, you hooked up my friend with this card, or my friend's son with this card. Like, I remember your name. They mentioned you. Like, I want to come do business with you because I know you do good business. That is typically a lot of how our business works, is like getting good reviews, because we don't have
word of mouth. Yeah, none. Yeah, it's just being a good person.
And like I know people do the leave a review on posts on Instagram and stuff too.
Oh yeah.
That's a new thing. But
I've seen that.
Reference posts, that's what it's called.
But then they just screenshot it, and then you're like, all right, well, I guess the people. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. That's pretty good too. Yeah.
Yeah. So people at least then know like what kind of business you do and kind of person you are, at least when they come to you.
Nice. That's actually a really good one. The next one, Alan, what was your initial investment? Just like a number wise. Like when you started.
When I started, $500, dude.
Mine was about 2,000.
Okay.
Or maybe like 50. It was stuff that I had like opened packs when I was able to get stuff.
Yeah.
That I bought at scalper prices, and it probably totaled to like maybe 1,500 to 2,500 maybe.
Okay.
Maybe around there. I don't know the specifics on it, but about there.
Yeah.
And then I thought like. It was not enough, like most people probably do, but it obviously was way more than enough. And now looking at it, I could have just started with probably maybe even lower if I really wanted to.
I wish I would have just started vending right away. I just did eBay and grinded it up, and I was thankful. Like Facebook, met a few people that were like pretty much I gave them my phone number and would be like, hey, anytime I come across Pokemon cards, I'll just text you.
Oh, hey, and they did?
Yeah, dude. So I had like a pipeline
awesome
for deals for a while for eBay that were like really, really good. And then it kind of just, like I told you, more people entered in the space. And so things kind of fizzled out a bit more on getting deals on Facebook, like good deals at least. Now everyone's a vendor, so
I know.
Good luck finding a good deal.
Yeah, and then Alan's other question was, where do you see the market 1 year from now? Do you think?
1 year.
1 year, so Early 2027.
Early 2027.
All
So
these badass sets are gonna come out.
yeah, as I was say, 30th anniversary comes out what at the end of 2026,
I think it comes out in a month.
or is it in a month?
I think it's a month. I'm
Okay.
not sure.
Because I know Perfect Order comes out, and then the Greninja set comes out, and then supposedly it's Emerald Skies.
Oh, what one?
Emerald Skies.
Oh, Emerald.
I
Oh,
think.
dude, that's gonna be so
Supposedly
sick.
it's supposed to be a crazy Rayquaza
I've seen
set.
some like concepts for it. That's gonna be
I know the next
sick.
set for sure is a Greninja set because I just got the text from that guy from Japan because I still have the connection.
Oh, nice.
They still message me every month every week with the new list of stuff, and I saw the new Greninja set was on there. I think it's called Chaos Spinner.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
On Pokemon.
You mark it from a year from now, dude. It is gonna definitely be up there. I definitely, like I said earlier, like the market's gonna climb up. 30th anniversary is gonna come out. We're gonna see it stay up for a bit, and then I think late 2027 we'll start seeing a pullback a bit. I think so. I just don't see the high staying for more than.
I think it'll keep going and going and going and going. Not like crazy, but like slowly going and going up. As long as all these sets that they keep coming out with are badass. But if they release a flop set, like what was that one?
Everyone keeps talking Perfect Order. It's not going to be great.
The one with the Clefairy and the Zygarde.
Perfect Order.
That one, yeah, like that.
Maybe it has the Meowth SAR, dude. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, I bet you guys want. I saw the bag that you gifted your fiance too. That's awesome.
Yes, dude.
That's cool.
The lounge flag bag. It's cool.
That was a pretty awesome one, yeah.
But yeah, market from a year from now, I definitely think will be up there.
Yeah, I agree.
Lots of sets coming out.
Ooh, this is a good one. Yeah, it's a lot of sets and a lot of, I feel like, cool ones. But the next question from Project Villain TCG. Ooh. What is your dream for the community?
Dream for the community. Ooh. Honestly, just to bring people together. And I think if we could get to the point where, we don't have any more people, just cleaning the shelves out and stuff anymore. So nice. If we can get to a point where people aren't breaking into stores in people's homes, like I'm sure you saw Pokey Dean's thing, bro. Like the home breaking in thing, like I've seen it in a lot of places, and this isn't the first time that this has happened, like someone's house being broken into, but it's happening more and more. This is just the first famous person it's happened to. Yeah,
where everyone sees it this time, which is actually good because it makes more people.
Yes,
I'm not good, obviously not good at all.
Not good, but it's causing more caution too.
Exactly.
And definitely, I think people need to be safe with how they're, if you are looking at Pokemon as an investment, where you're keeping it and how you're keeping it, just to protect yourself and, the people you live with, because, people are crazy, dude. But community, I just hope the community just gets to a place where we're all loving each other again, because I think we're finally getting to that point where, the community's good again. I feel like I'm hearing less and less about scalping being a problem, and I'm hearing less and less about other things being a problem, and I feel like more of the bad vendors are kind of fizzling out.
Yes.
And the same thing with kind of show promotion wise, the more show promoters that were more in it for money, you're starting to see their stuffs are starting to fizzle out a bit more.
Lower engagement.
Yes, and so you're starting to definitely see a little bit of a shift in those people that are more for the community. For instance, not to toot Joel's horn, but he's done a good job of immersing himself in the community. He's been a big face at Constellation. He's been a big face at Sipping Games. I mean, I pulled up there just to go drop off a flyer, and he's there chilling, playing games. So I'm nice. That's cool. Not only does he throw events at these places, but he also hangs out there, and he plays games with the people there, and he knows a lot of the customers that come into the stores, and that's not just from him throwing shows there. That's from him being
in the community, being a part of the community. Yeah. Not just even as a vendor, even at Constellation, it was just such good vibes just hanging out with them three. And you just talk to everyone there because everybody knows everybody. And they're really welcoming. Mine for the community is I just want to offer people a space to just come and have a good time and hopefully take an experience from coming to the show, or if it's your first card store, or if you're bringing your kids, or have a good conversation with me. And that, because I'm just a vendor, obviously I'm not hosting shows or whatever, but as a vendor, I just want to give you a good experience, some kindness, and just I hope you have a good experience to where you'd want to come back in the future, and yeah, hopefully you leave with a smile, and yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, to add on to that, like, I'm sure you get the same feeling, like, when people come up to me and they're like, you know, you're HamFam, right? Or, you know, whatever,
dude,
like, for you, it's probably like, you're Adams
dude,
Collects, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure it's becoming more and more now. Like,
it's all,
I walk
the
into
last
shows.
2 months, way more.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the last 2 months have been crazy. I walk into a show and, like, people don't even know me by my name. Like, they just know me by HamFam.
I'm not even Adam. I'm Adams Collects.
Yeah, people just know me as HamFam. They're like, you're HamFam, right? I'm like, yeah.
Cool.
And they're like, yeah. Like, I was at Pokezard on Saturday. I couldn't find my table. Another vendor found my table, and I don't even really know this vendor. And he was like, hey, like, you're HamFam, right? And I was like, yeah. I was like, this is crazy, bro. Like people know who I am. Like, and this is what I was going about earlier. Like, the community is so great to us and, like, so amazing. Like,
I'm very appreciative also.
I'm, like, very thankful to the community,
yes.
and very grateful to the community, because without you guys, I wouldn't be sitting here probably talking to you.
Well, you would be, let me be honest, because I see you as a friend, not just a host.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if I wouldn't have gotten into the vending and, like, the community didn't treat me well in the beginning, like, I don't know if I would have been here right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have stayed in it long enough, but, like, because of you guys, like, you guys keep me going and keep me wanting to, like, keep doing more shows. Like, I feel bad that I can't do the shows in, like, Fresno, because, like, I've built my Fresno community out there. I'm like, man, I feel bad when I can't go out to all their shows all the time when I'm, like, being invited out. I'm like, oh, like, I would love to go and treat that community too, but, you know, like, I just don't have, you know, sometimes don't have all the funds to do that. Like, a lot of the time, like I was talking about, like, since the new year, we've diverted a lot of extra spend in the business to throwing the show, promotion. Like, I've been putting a lot of ads out there. Like, I hope people are seeing them.
I think they are.
I know I hear from people that, you know, they're seeing our stuff, and it makes me happy to hear, like, you know, when I talk to someone in the community and they're like, man, you guys are doing great. Like, all I see is you guys, like, your stuff on my feed all the time.
That's good.
I'm like,
that's what you
this
want.
is awesome. Like, this is what I want. Like, it's finally getting to a point where we're building something bigger than just like Jayden and Natasha. Like, it's more like a brand and a cohesiveness. We're building a community around, like, HamFam collectibles now. And that makes me really happy. And I think that's the cool thing with the show that I'm excited for more often than not, or more so than not, is the fact that this is something that could be bigger than me or bigger than my fiance, like, bigger than what I ever anticipated it to be.
That's awesome.
So I definitely didn't think I would be throwing a show
a year in
at
Pretty
all.
Good.
And the fact that, like I said, like, the community, you know, I wouldn't be able to do it without them. Like, getting us to 1,000 followers has, like, been a huge help in, like, promoting the show and, like, getting things out there. And, like, all of the vendors that repost our posts, like, a lot of them, like, I didn't ask them to do that. Like, it's just solely out of, like, the kindness of their hearts.
Best people.
And so
that means they're real ones.
You know, yeah,
or they like you.
And, like, for real, like, my heart goes out to every person that's posted our posts and has supported us, or even someone that's come to our table. And even if you spent $1 with us or you didn't spend anything with us, you just chatted with us, like, I'm thankful for that, because I learned something from that conversation, I'm sure, or, you know, gained some knowledge. Gained something
or
from
just a good peaceful, positive moment, probably.
And, like, now I can say, like, you know, like, a lot of the vendors are now my friends, and a lot of the people that come to my table often are my friends too. Like, I consider a lot of my customers my friends, like, because some of them come up, they might not even buy something from me. They just want to come and say hi and shoot it.
That's a bet. When I started posting videos or anything, and, like, people that I've never have met before or never seen before would come up and be like, "You're Adam. I've seen your video." Dude, the feeling I was like, it just, like, not met, like, it's like, what? Like, you're just so surprised. And I would literally come home and tell my girlfriend, I'm like, you'll never believe what happened today.
Well, it's like, you probably never felt like, you probably similar to me. Like, I never did this to think I would become an influencer, but now I feel like I do influence people, and, like, I have to, like, continue
be your best,
and continue providing, like, the best I can provide for myself and the best version of myself to the community, so that, you know, we can keep thriving together rather than, like, you know.
I feel, and when I first did it, I, like, obviously I thought, like, maybe I could be an influencer and stuff, but, like, I feel like you don't really think that, like, it really will happen, you know?
No.
And now it's just, it's fun. Like, I just do it because I love it, but it's just, every time when someone comes up and says, I've seen one of your videos, I just thank them because they're watching my content that I'm putting a lot of hours into making, and just, I appreciate it. And then try to give them the best deal they can get. Or hopefully give them a Pokemon card they need.
Yeah, and like, dude, the people that travel, like, I'm sure you have people that travel out to you every now and again for shows from like distances,
Stockton and stuff. Yeah,
and
dude. Then Ryan will just come all the way down here just to bin with me.
Yeah,
which is he's a great friend. So he's driving. We won't say his location, even though we have, but he's driving 90 miles just to come bin in Sacramento. And I mean, yeah, the Sacramento market's good, but it's like also the community here. He's willing to drive that because it's such a good community and good vibes. And not just me, Ryan, he has other friends too, but like, it's just good vibes. Yeah. And I would honestly drive the same to go vin with him because it's just good vibes. And you get to meet more people and experience new places and stuff like that. It's a fun time. Next one from Samuel. This is someone that has become my friend from being a customer, and now we're friends. Samuel said, how often are you buying cards for your PC?
For my PC?
Have you cut back on that because you're saving?
I have cut back, but nice. I will be honest, when I first started, probably every show.
That you would take some?
I would probably buy something for myself.
Oh, really?
Every show.
The only thing I would do is this.
Oh, see, it was bad.
Always order me a new shirt for every weekend coming up, and that's all I would do for myself.
No, it was bad. At one point, I was buying so much stuff for my PC that I was like, I need to quit buying for my PC and buy for the inventory, because I had no inventory, but I had lots of PC.
Oh wow!
And I was like, yeah, we need to shift this.
Did
if we
you
want to stay
sell
in
some of the PC?
No, I still managed to keep it. I just
just put more money in.
Yeah. Okay, I will be honest with the viewers. I was very lucky in the sense that I did make the play on tag teams early on, and I bought in before they increased like exorbitantly, and I had probably 3 dozen tag teams, so like 36 or more tag teams, and I had multiples of some copies. I had a lot, so when the market took a rise on those, I was like looking at my inventory like, holy crap.
Yeah, look at what I did. Nice.
Like, I did something crazy right now.
That's cool. Those are always good feelings.
Buying for my PC was kind of like a reward to myself, a pat on the back for making a good decision and busting my butt every weekend and vending and doing all that stuff. That's kind of the way I saw it. But yeah, I cut back on my PC a lot. I honestly buy more for my fiance now than I do for myself. Meowth. Yeah, because it's just so niche. Like, if someone brings me a Meowth, it's like I can't not say no because I don't know when the next time I'll see that card. Like, legit, I don't know when the next time I'll see that.
And there's a good chance that Meowth's not too expensive. Like,
no, most of them are pretty cheap. Yeah. Like, there are a few that are like vintage cards that are expensive, but most of them are cheap. But yeah, we pretty much. I should have brought her collection. Her collection's crazy. We'll bring it the next time.
Collection?
Yeah, when we're on next time, I'll bring it for.
Bozy bring
for the viewers.
PCs. Nice. And then for me on the PC, I just literally I won't walk around because I'm more of like a business mindset. I don't like to walk. Sometimes I'll walk around and look through binders for some, but I try to just wait to see if a Kabutops, Nidoking, or Deoxys, and I feel like it's 3 pretty popular Pokemon, will come to my table, and then if I don't have it, then I'll PC it. No matter what the price is. Yeah, I let fate bring it to me usually. At first I was seeking them out. I'm like, well, this is going to end too fast. And I didn't want it to end. I kind of want to just see what... And I mean, I've got some random ones that have, like the Nidokings and Kabutops that just have come to my table. And I'm like, so it's like I was supposed to have it or something. Or like Deoxys. It's just... So that's when I'll take it in and I don't... Mm-hmm. But none of them are too expensive other than like Shining or the... Nidoking from the e-reader one that's super expensive, and then Shining Kabutops. But I'm not trying to buy those right now. Yeah. But if they come to my table and I get it for a good deal, I might just do it. And then not do it after that. Once I got it, I'm done. That's the whole thing. I don't want to be done. But then I might have to switch up my logo and pick 3 new Pokemon. That's actually a good idea.
Oh my god.
Next question is from Ryan. Adam, will you be going to Card Party in Texas? Would you guys want to go to Card Party in Texas?
Dude, I would love to go to Card Party in Texas.
Okay, sweet. Okay, that's good. Me too.
This kind of goes into what the future goals are, but this is more of the year, like for the year type goal. I want to ramp up way more in the vending, and I want to explore doing shows farther away.
I want to experience different kind of people.
But I think prior to being able to do that, I need to have a third a certain threshold of inventory to make
gotcha.
it worth it.
Yeah.
Because I've crunched the numbers and I know like what our analytical sell through rate is, like what we sell through percentage of inventory, and obviously I can figure roughly off of percentages how much we make,
Per show.
off of that.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
What we sell, so what we make per show. So it's kind of like what we're doing with what we have now. I know how much inventory I need to get to be able to
do a big one.
Yeah.
Nice. Well,
So-
that's in I think May or June, or it's a little bit later in the year.
Hopefully it's later in the year.
I think it's a little bit later in the year because it's the only one that's still open. That's why we were thinking about it.
Okay.
Because
So
it's the only one that's not
Yeah, say
completely
San
sold
Diego
out.
was the one that got sold out like within like hours or whatever.
Yeah. Oh man, that's what you have to know someone to get into it. It's so crazy. His other question was, Adam, how do you get inventory when it's so hard to land a deal on Facebook Marketplace? How do you get inventory? I'm sure.
How
it's
do I
probably the
source?
same answer.
Honestly,
To this day, like now.
nowadays
not back
I rely on shows.
Me too. That's all I do.
Shows and trade nights,
That's
and
nice
just.
too.
I think another thing that could be beneficial. This could be a good tip to new vendors too, and maybe even to Ryan since he asked a question. Create a post that says you are buying like crazy and boost it on Instagram.
Oh, like a ad?
Pay a little bit of money and boost it, because I've talked to other vendors that have done that in different areas and have said that they've been able to come across some crazy stuff.
And it might be someone that's not just into Pokemon, or like that knows about Pokemon shows until they saw that ad.
Exactly. And a lot of the time, like the guys that I've talked to, like they've gotten, the percentages they want to pay and stuff. Like what they're willing to pay on things is what comes across to them.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that is something to look into if you're a newer vendor. Think about, if you can create a little flyer for, I'm buying at these percentages and these items. That's definitely something that could be helpful.
Nice. And Ryan's part 2 question is, and this is kind of to end the episode, but how excited are you to host your first show?
Dude, unbelievably excited. Like, it was crazy because this is a little bit of insider story for all the viewers out there, but we actually filed our paperwork to host our show at ARC in September of
last year?
2025.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the reason why we wanted to throw shows, we had a bad experience at a show, and just kind of the way we got handled by the people throwing the show, I just didn't really like it. And from that point, I kind of was like, went out to dinner with some other vendors, me and Natasha, and we were sitting there with them, and I was like, man, I think I could do this, like, realistically. Like, I think if I give it some time, like, I could do this. Like, this is realistic. Like, I know enough vendors now. I have enough networking connections at this point. I think I could fill a room with vendors. And I think I know enough about, like, running ads and marketing that, like, I could get some people to show up to this event. And so I was just like, yeah, let's do it. Like, let's fill out the paperwork. Let's see. We didn't hear nothing till December, the week before
almost
Christmas.
3 months? Almost 3.5 months? Or?
The week before Christmas, I get a call. Would you like to go through with your spot? Your permit has been approved to, host your show at ARC. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, this is ARC calling me. And they're like, we'll send you all the details and the invoice and all that stuff, later this week or later into next week, because it was just before Christmas. And then I got all the information, and now it's just been hammering out things and working our butts off to try and get eyeballs out there.
I feel like you guys are doing a good job.
I'm trying, dude. I appreciate hearing that from you, like, and
You guys
hearing
are
that from other
definitely-
people. And
The content part of it, and then seeing your like when you put the edit together, and like I'm like, oh cool, he went to this store, and then you went to 5 more stores in it. I'm like, oh dang, he's going to all the stores. I think that's really neat. Like, you're definitely, like, obviously taking the flyers to where most card collectors are.
And like, and probably what, like, most people like too, I don't know how many promoters like do a lot of the stuff themselves or pay other people to do it, but like, I'm sitting there, like, or Natasha's sitting there, like, we're hand cutting flyers, like, we're printing them out at home, like, she's sitting there designing a flyer, like, or she'll be sitting there editing a video while I'm dealing with comping cards or dealing with emails from, applications and stuff. So
a lot of work.
I definitely pat every person that's ever thrown a show, like, I pat their back. Like, it is a lot of work, And like what we've had to deal with ARC specifically is just like it's a lot of back and forth
Like the permits and stuff.
Yeah, and it's a lot of like I don't know how to put this, but it's just a lot of, you send a message and you won't hear back
for 2 days.
For a day or two.
Yeah.
Because they also have to go and ask questions, or they have to go
Gotcha.
check with other people because they also don't necessarily might not know the question or the answer.
Oh, yeah. So
and it's like we've already
slow
had
process.
Yeah, and like we've already had some obstacles of things we've had to jump through, like that are behind the scenes things that I'll probably talk about maybe after.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no problem.
Talk about after in another episode when we get invited on again.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll get more into the nitty gritty with the crowd and with the people about how more of the logistics go. I kind of just want to keep it very brief at the moment.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah,
this is
totally
new
fine.
for us, and I don't want to ill-advise people. Until we've
That's good. I feel like it's better not to say any of it and then come back after it's done and then hey,
this is what we did.
This is it, and this is.
Yeah, I kind of take a little page out of Pokemon book. He always does his credibility check at the beginning of his shows, and that's kind of like how I feel. Like if I'm going to talk about something, I need to have done it.
You want to know, to be able to speak
upon it. Yeah, because if I just go out there and say like, oh, my show's going to be great, fantastic, without ever having thrown a show, like it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I totally feel that.
But from the response I've received and what like effort we're putting in, I think it's going to be a good show.
I think it'd be great. Who's doing the front door?
My mom.
Your mom, nice.
Yeah, dude.
That's
so
awesome.
all of the vendors out there, you guys.
The whole HamFams
gonna
be there.
My dad. Yep. We have a few of our. So we have some roommates that are playing at the college at ARC for water polo. That rent out a room from us, and they're gonna come and work for us too for the day. One of them's like, so this is like a little in the details type stuff, but one of them's like 6'5", 6'6", and we're gonna dress him up as a leprechaun.
Oh wow! That's awesome. Yeah.
What is it? St. Patrick's Day is just right around the corner before our show, or after our show.
That's cool. That'd be cool for kids.
Yeah, we want to make it fun. We're trying to think of as many community building things to add to our show, and that's why like I wanted to have the tournament as well, because I think that's that there's a lot of people in that community that we want to bring in and also have.
And they don't always get to love it card shows at all.
And two, like I want them to be able to, play their game, and if something happens, let's say they lose early, at least then they get to still enjoy a card show. Like
maybe find more cards for their deck. Or
exactly. Find some more things they want, or maybe they win a giveaway at our event and get some free stuff. Because also other thing we haven't talked about, we're doing giveaways at least every hour.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. That's really nice.
And we are gonna have a little bit of some sealed stuff, and we're gonna have. I plan on doing gift card giveaways where they have to spend the money in the show.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to give away, like a $50 giveaway or a $100 giveaway, and it'll be, they have to spend it at the show with the vendor. The vendor will get the voucher.
And then give it back to you.
They give it to me, and I will give
them money. Dude, that's a really cool.
Because I want to promote, I feel like not enough shows do a promotion for the vendors to be able to also do business.
Yeah.
And I felt like we did Tuesday night at Ultimate Spice one time, and they did ETB giveaway where it was like, if you spend any dollar amount with a vendor, you get a raffle ticket to enter into the ETB. So people would just come and buy $1 card just so they could get entered into the raffle.
That's really nice. I'm supposed to do the Ultimate Spice one. He responded to me yesterday, but I was already home too late. So, but yeah, I'm gonna. You vended there?
Yes, I love their shows. I've also been contemplating. I know he does the in-house vendors, so this might be also a little under the scenes, but we're trying to work to be in the shop maybe for a little bit and try it out and see.
Oh, to be nice. Josh, I'm pretty sure Josh. I don't remember.
Yeah, Josh collects.
Yeah, Josh collects. He does that.
Yeah.
He was there one night when I went by there.
He does
I've never vended there.
Ricky, I don't know if you've ever met Slick Rick.
We waved at each other. We never really met.
And then I don't know if you've met Chantastic Collection, but Alex.
Yeah, I've been to next to her before.
Yes.
Or I've like talked to her at like some of the shows, or like talk to them when they're next to me or something. Yeah.
They were all have been vendors at the shop, or still are vendors at the shop. Nice. But they are all great people too, and like everyone I talk to that's a vendor there, they're just like, when are you gonna come and like post up here with us? Like you should come and do it. And I think it would be a great avenue for getting inventory. Kind of circling back to his question of getting inventory. Like if you have access to get into a store, or you can find someone that's a store owner that's willing to sauce you some
It's a
deals.
big store too. I've been there.
I definitely think that's a huge plus. Like networking is huge too into getting deals.
Very, very big in Pokemon.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's like I feel like one of the number ones. And if they wanted to follow you on social media, where would they find you?
They would find me at HamFam_TCG or HamFam_collectibles. Those are our 2 pages.
I'm gonna leave them below also.
Yeah, and the TCG page obviously is more TCG stuff, and the collectibles one, if you guys are wanting to stay tuned for more shows or more information regarding our show, that is going to be going forward after the first show, going to be the main channel for shows. Nice. I was thankful to be able to reserve that name and hold it for us.
So collectible, so that's the main one for the shows.
Yes, so our show, we're trying to host, I don't know if I've said this too, it's not just TCG, we're trying to do collectibles. Right. So we already have people locked in that are comics, retro games, toys, Pokemon, One Piece, DBZ, Magic the Gathering, Riftbound, we got it all. We're planning to have a little bit of everything.
That's good. We need that, not just, something different.
And I just want to bring, Pokemon is dominant in the hobby, but there are other things that are on the rise. Yeah, so I think we need to highlight everyone's community and everyone's interests all in one place so we can all get together and to go back to the point of like having the comics and the cards and people coming up and being like, you got both our hobbies. Like I want to do the same thing with the show. Like I want people to walk in and be like, oh, you have video games? Man, I'm going to buy a couple games. Oh man, you have Pokemon cards? I'm going to buy a couple Pokemon cards. Oh, dude, comic. You have comics, bro. Like I'm cooked. Like I want people to walk into a show and be like, I'm cooked today. Like I'm cooked. Like I just am not going to be able to walk out of here without like getting a couple things.
There's always something that they'll be able to find
to fit into my collection or whatever.
That's awesome. Nice.
So yeah, we're excited. I appreciate you for like having me here, dude. Like
I appreciate you coming too, and I'm excited for your show, and I can't wait to vend it. And I'll be next to Ryan like I always.
Yes,
are you guys gonna be vending or just walking?
We'll be vending.
Oh, sweet. See, that's what's cool. I think that's cool.
I'll be vending. Awesome. So yeah, the day of the show, Tasha's gonna be the boss woman. So
nice.
If you guys gotta do
look out.
Obviously, I'm gonna be there helping and stuff. I'm gonna have some people helping me with my table, so I'm gonna also go around and do things with what I can. But I am gonna plan on vending because that is.
Oh no, that's what
I do.
Yeah, that's what
that's what we do. That's what I'm known for. That's what we do. Maybe in the future I might not vend at our own shows, but as of right now I'm gonna test it out and we'll see. And if it goes well, then we'll see how it goes for the next one if we get to do it again.
Awesome. Well, Jayden, thank you for coming to the show.
I appreciate you.
Thanks, dude. And that's episode 3. Thank you guys for watching. And I'm going to link all his stuff below, so if you want to go check him out. And if you want to come to the show, I'm going to obviously pop the flyer up on the beginning, throughout it, and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm excited for you and can't wait to see you and see you guys back in the next time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go.